Hello, my darlings. It is I, host, Madam Tilly, here with my dear friends, Tydonis.
How are you, Miss Tilly?
Sensational. How about you?
Oh, good. Now that I'm off work.
Yeah. And here we looks like a turtle crawled into the studio. Hi, Nature Claus.
I'm in your walls.
Oh
Hello.
God, she's in the walls.
There's some pretty
Don't ask how a
walls.
don't ask how a snapping turtle crawled into the walls and is poking their head out of the insulation. It's kind of itchy in here.
Now we have. Not only do we have an orange cat living in the walls, aka Puma, but now we have a turtle in the walls. Dear gods, what's next?
I apologize for some of the water damage that may or may not be back here.
No.
That was just kind of a consequence of trying to get in here in the first place.
We have doors, you know.
I'm not paying for damages.
What are doors?
Yeah, the concept. Okay. Yeah, right. So today we are covering the news and events from like mid-August to mid-September, and
okay.
It's a thick one this time around. Hopefully get around to all of it. And normally when I do nature with Tito is I would, because the audience, they see the slideshow, so they can already see all the pictures. But with after the recording's done. But Tito, I usually post a thumbnail, and he's gets a moment to figure out the context.
Yep.
So.
Oh boy.
It's always a fun.
So we both have a shot at seeing trying to guess this time around. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fun little guessing game.
But I think I'm gonna start off with all like the more obvious ones and gradually get to the vague ones.
Right on.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm down.
Now, sorry for this being nature's first thumbnail, but I figured let's pull the Band-Aid off. Let's get the sad news out of the way.
Hey, bring it on me. Bring out the ultra depression.
I was just about to say, where exactly are you going to be putting these in?
I guess we can put a general chat.
Or why not put it in the recording, in the chat for recording?
In the recording VC chat. There you go.
I use these bubbles, but okay.
I've had to work with them very intimately because I use Discord for a lot of stuff.
Oh,
I'm same here.
Shit, one Discord, but okay. So okay, let's raise our drinks. We lost a couple good ones.
Oh. Oh,
yeah,
right.
I remember this.
Don't look at slide, you'll
shit!
Yeah, don't look at the slide, children. You'll cry.
Oh my god. Okay, I know who these people are. My memory is dog shit when it comes to remembering names.
Oh, me too.
The man is James Earl Jones, a man.
Yes, thank you. Wait, did the voice actor for Misty die?
Yeah.
Yes. I believe
I didn't hear about this one. What?
Yes, I believe she was the English voice actor for Misty and Jessie in the original run of Pokemon. I cannot remember her name from the last movie because I do not know well with names. The only way I know your name is I'm a big fan or if I've known you for years.
Yeah, like James.
Rachel Lillis.
He had a good run. He was like what 70, 80, 93 or something.
He lived a long life. Like.
Yeah, he recorded a lot of lines. We'll probably hear his voice for a couple more years too. But yeah, the world's greatest villain. Like every time there's been like a top like 10, 50 list of villains, especially in show and movie history. Darth Vader's always like number one. Like,
I mean, he's iconic.
It's a classic. Yeah.
I mean, he was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. James Earl Jones has a very iconic voice that like at the time wasn't as well known, and so like it fucking skyrocketed in popularity. Yeah. Like
another big voice he was that all the '90s kids know, all of us will know, is the voice of Mufasa.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But what else? I can't remember.
He was in a lot of shit.
Oh, he had a very illustrious...
Sorry, can we swear on here? I just realized.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had a very illustrious
good.
career.
Like I just realized that as I said, I was like, oh shit,
No, we let the fuck fly around here.
Yeah, I was expecting someone to pop out. Stop fucking swearing.
God damn.
But yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, we lost two big legends.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
I wasn't nearly
lost her too soon. Yeah, 45. Yeah, thanks to
I know.
Oh dear, I was gonna say, well, from what I was seeing here, I thought it was 55 for was it Rachel Lillis? Am I looking at the right person? Am I crazy?
Let me look.
Yeah, died August 10th, 2024.
Yeah, Rachel Lillis.
Yeah.
She was 55 years old when she passed.
Yeah.
Apparently, she was Misty Jessie, and Jigglypuff.
Oh yes. Okay.
And she was diagnosed with breast cancer in May and passed away last.
Oh.
I want to say last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it was literally a week ago as of recording this.
So, ladies and men, go get your chest checked out, because it can happen in men.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've seen it happen in men. It's never a pretty sight, and if anybody gets it, cancer sucks ass.
Oh yeah, my mom had it a couple times.
Yeah,
I did. I technically have a story involving that, but I'm not sure how TMI it would be for the podcast. I'll save it for later.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Rest in power, you two.
yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your legends will live on forever. You two are immortalized in cinema and film history.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Our next one here.
Alrighty.
This bastard.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, why is Dr. Disrespect in the fucking ocean?
Because he's back, and we don't want him back.
So
Oh, no.
I did see something that made me laugh my ass off concerning him.
Yeah.
I guess there was a collaboration with him and Predator Hunting Grounds.
Yeah.
I just saw a clip of this recently. Oh, yeah, that did not age well in the fucking
did not
slightest.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I have wanted to try the game because I've heard it's a lot of fun, because I love PvP games, and Predator was one of my favorite. I don't know, would you consider it a horror movie or an action movie?
I'm good with horror. Like
¿Por qué no los dos? Yeah.
A little column A, a little column B.
Like the first act is is action, and then that's two acts are horror.
Yeah, but yeah, Predator was one of the first action movies I saw growing up as a kid, and I loved it because I just loved the design of it, of the Predator himself. But yeah, I heard about that they did a collaboration, and I laughed my ass off when I saw that. I was like, that did not age well.
No. Is it still available to purchase? Do we know? Or did they take it down?
Let me look on what the DLC or the game itself.
The DLC for Dr. Disrespect.
Let me look. I'm pulling up the game.
I would be shocked if it was still available for purchase.
I'm pulling it up on Steam right now.
The DLC's not loading for me.
Yeah, me neither. It just shows.
It's a sign. They're quickly trying to scrub it. Like, no.
Yeah, I can't even see like a buy option or anything.
Yeah, half the page has disappeared right now.
Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. But from what I've seen, the all reviews mostly positive.
Okay.
But it's kind of a Dead by Daylight clone with a Predator skin on it. But sometimes they do good, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. From what I heard, that one did fairly well.
Well, on the bright side, we soldiers try to hunt Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, dude, just like, you made your millions, just go sail off into the sunset on your fucking speedboat.
Yeah.
Your private yacht.
I don't think he made that much money.
Touche.
Like, I know he made a bunch of money, and I have to give credit where credit's due. The character he made, before all this came out to light, very charismatic and everything. He knew how to draw an audience.
Oh,
so
yes.
I will give the doctor credit that is due to him. He did know how to pull in an audience.
But
yeah,
that might say.
Yeah, no. But yeah, no. Once it comes out to that you start diddling kids, I'm like, get out.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I didn't know. Yeah, admittedly, I didn't really know much about the about Doctor Disrespect until all of the scandal shit came out. Before
Yeah,
then, all
like
I knew he was kind of a. Before then, all I knew about him was that he was kind of a charismatic kind of a tool. But that was kind of his personality. Like
oh yeah,
that was his character that
rough
he would
around the
play
edges,
as.
rough around the edges, but at the same time, it was one of those things. He is kind of like how I described Dark Souls, tough but fair.
Right,
Yeah.
but yeah, no,
But
he's a piece of shit.
now,
Turns
now,
out.
like I said, now I will, like Tilly knows that I play the devil's advocate because that's basically my calling in life. I know that he
Hmm.
messaged an underage kid. Now I don't know if he actually did anything, and I don't know if any of that was
Right,
if anything actually happened.
I would
But
discourage
definitely
playing devil's advocate for this guy.
true.
Yeah.
But I have to give it.
Yeah.
I have to be fair to everybody. That's my one rule. Be fair to everybody. Give everybody a fair shake. Look at the big picture. Now, granted, messaging a kid, someone underage like that, wrong. No matter how you slice it, I will always condemn that. But
Mm-hmm.
if he didn't do anything, then I'm willing to cut a little slack, but not very much. But
And he was married at the
if
time.
yeah,
I
but at the time, talking sometimes leads to doing.
mhm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. There is no respect. There is in fact quite a lot of disrespect.
I see what you did.
For him.
I see what you
I'm
did
not
there.
funny. Um,
I thought it
yeah,
was funny.
I hold there is no positivity for this man in my heart.
Yeah.
If even half of the shit I've heard of is even true, like that ship has long since sailed.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
shit's
No,
gone.
Like, there's plenty of other
Yeah.
good streamers to watch. Watch some smaller streamers.
Yeah. For example, Tavern Tilly, if you want.
Hello?
Nature Claws, watch them.
Yeah.
Hey, no! How fucking dare you!
Why
I will
didn't
not
you
shield
just-
myself on this
I
podcast.
didn't-
How
you
fucking
didn't-
dare you!
You didn't show yourself. I shield you.
Yeah. I'll never get that mindset where people just shriek away from like compliments and shit like that.
Oh, I'm the same way. That's why the morons. When we stream, one of the tags is Cherish Jace, and I hate it.
Oh no, so I'm like, whenever someone gives me a call, I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I own it.
I have
before you can say
begrudgingly learned. I am begrudgingly learning to accept compliments.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of like even though I'm only like near 2000. It's like I feel like I kind of just want to watch it, like kind of like smaller streamers that kind of like just either like just impart advice or something or whatnot. And
Yeah.
so I'm like looking at Punky, I'm like, how the hell she only have 2 viewers? I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, like what am I missing?
Who? Pokimane?
No, Punky, the alien.
Oh, Punky. I thought you said Pokimane. I was like,
Oh yes.
I was like, that bitch doesn't deserve a single fucking viewer for her scams.
I stopped following her scams years ago. So,
I know very little about Pokemon, and I have no interest in learning
Her
about it.
recent
To be
scam
perfectly
is
honest.
her recent scam is she's selling cookies, and the problem is you used to be able to get the same cookies at like I think it was like Sam's
Oh, I
Club
heard a
or
little bit about this a while ago.
or
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a bulk store and everything, and then
yeah.
it turned out like to be 3 times the price for like a quarter of the cookies, and a lot of people are like, fuck you.
Yeah.
but
So what's the next picture?
okay.
Yeah.
This one's also.
Yeah, Nate, you'll learn that
very
we go on tangents a little bit.
Oh
mainly.
yes, I have ADHD, like tunnel vision, super fucking bad. So like I've learned to be like, okay, I guess we should probably move on a little bit.
Alright.
It's one of those things. Oh, I guess we're going this way now.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Right now we're going to the grave.
Ah!
Oh, I heard about this. Yep. It died immediately,
9 days.
if I remember correctly.
10
Yeah.
days.
Yes.
A housefly outlived it.
No one fucking played it whatsoever. Like even from what I saw from the trailers, I was just like, okay, this is like a Guardians of the Galaxy-esque like shooter clone.
Yeah.
It's dollar.
Like-
It's Dollar General Guardians of the Galaxy, and you will never
Yeah.
convince me otherwise.
And the it didn't need to be $40. I would have played the shit out of it if it wasn't $40.
Yeah, if it was
No,
if
this
it
is
wa-
not $40 worth of
no,
game.
if it was free, a free to play game, I imagine it would have had a bigger audience. But
Yeah.
no, having people shill $40 dues for that, fuck you.
You know, you're bad.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad puts you to shame. Oh, good news, Tito. No Suicide Squad news this time. Finally.
Hooray! Declared a
Oh,
national
God.
holiday.
That's like a regular topic for us. It's just,
Yeah.
You know, I'll be perfectly honest. I never got super into Marvel or DC. You know.
Yeah.
Were you more of a Dark Horse fan or an Image Comics?
I was never big into superheroes. Period. To be honest, like
You know what?
only in
Fair.
more recent years have I kind of gone back and started to dabble a little bit, mostly because my friends are super into it.
You know what? That's fair.
Um,
Nothing wrong with that. It wasn't your cup
Yeah.
of tea growing up. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I was much more of a fantasy and sci-fi nerd, rather than modern fantasy like type of shit.
I
like
was a
comic
very
books.
I was a very casual comic book fan growing up. I was more Marvel than
Mhm.
DC, and then when I started growing up, then I kind of branched off to dipping my toes into Image Comics and Dark Horse a little bit.
Yeah, I know that Dark Horse is a comic publisher.
Yeah, they're in the same vein
okay.
as Marvel.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would be down to read some of them sometime. I've just never it's never gone super far on my radar, to be honest.
I mean, I don't have enough time in the day to get any more to squeeze
That
any more
too, yeah.
into
I
my
have a fucking
schedule anymore.
backlog.
Yeah, I got a backlog as well.
Same. I got like 4
Mhm.
backlogs. Oh man.
So anyway, Concord. I don't know what else to say about it. To be perfectly honest.
You will not be missed.
So well, it's like
Yeah. I mean, like the designs were kind of neat, but other than that, like
I like the
that's all.
characters themselves. Like the outfits were fucking bland most of the time.
Yeah, the outfits were just bad.
Yeah. I
But-
think because like I know jack shit about this, like kind of goes to show like how uninteresting this has been.
Like
Like
okay.
I heard like, go ahead.
No, I got a rant, so you go first.
Well, I heard
Okay,
like
okay.
one of the lead designers and everything. She said on Twitter that she was so proud of the designs, and then when the game announced that it was getting cut off, she was like, "Oh, well, everything was designed by committee." I was like, it was either one or the other, bitch. You can't have both."
oh, she said they were designed by committee after all the shit went down and
Yep. After it was
I-
announced, they got
I will give the
canceled.
inside scoop after my little rant here, because I was looking at the characters.
Okay,
but
okay.
A lot of them, like it's like the others just lack detail. You know, like for
they're pretty generic. Yeah.
Like for example, you got say like for example like this guy here. You know, like why is it just like one color of turquoise? You know, like have some intricate designs on the coat, make it look cool. You know.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
see all these dark lines and everything. Make it a darker color.
That could have been a pattern, yeah.
Yeah, like if it was like instead of a gray, like a dark purple or something, throw that in there.
Yeah. Kind of like one of my biggest grievances with the character of Amari here. It's like, okay, so it's like,
Oh,
You got-
okay.
you gotta work bad to make power armor look uncool.
Yeah,
It looks
that's
like it gives me like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man vibes.
it does.
I'll say she kind of looks like
Like-
a hockey goalie without a jersey on, just the padding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you took the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, set him outside for a bit so he got a little bit moldy, so you got that like puke, like beige, like khaki,
No,
brownish green color.
Oh no, it was
And
green
then you
flavored
stuff
ones
it.
for Halloween.
Sure. Yes. And then you stuff that into a minty green, like football uniform, or like you said, or like a hockey jersey, like a hockey uniform. I can also see that.
But like,
Yeah,
Like,
like I saw.
It looks
these
like some
pads-
kind of sportswear.
I saw
um,
these pads when I was in high school playing football. I saw these same fucking pads when I was suiting up for games and everything. I know those.
Nah, yeah.
I know those padding.
like
Yeah. Now, admittedly, I'm a person who enjoys my boxes with legs. I do like my bulky, super big, super like heavy looking designs.
Your tank.
Yeah, this feels like I think it's because it's like too. I don't know the words for it.
Bland.
Yeah, I guess that's a lot of it comes down to. It's super uninteresting. Like this, it's because the silhouette's just kind of a blob. I think is what it comes down to. The silhouette overall is relatively uninteresting.
First of all, I don't know where you live, but here on Halloween we get green and orange marshmallows.
Oh, okay.
But say it's like, okay, let's break it down here. I love black women. I love strong women. I love power armor. I even love blue lipstick. How did you make all four of them suck?
Yeah.
But it's like
yeah.
Like, power armor, like, give her some spikes, give her like a cool paint job or something, some cool whirling parts. Like she's supposed to look intimidating. No, she looks like the trainer of an arena football team.
Right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of it comes down to the padding. Like the padding underneath the armor kind of kills it in a lot of ways. I see what they were trying to do, but it backfired tremendously.
Also, if you see where it says I'm typing something, pay it no mind. I'm pushing my push the mute button, and it's
gotcha.
It's the button right beside the number 1, so it'll just spam. But one of the things I heard about the game, I saw, people who actually played it in the beta and everything, they said, like, compared to other games, like, there's no reason to pay that much for this game, considering that there are other games in the same vein that do what Concord does, but much better. Like, the combat was really slow. The reload speed for everybody was really slow. Even their quote-unquote specials or ultimates were very uninspired and everything.
So
everything just felt very underwhelming.
Yes, it was a wet fart in the wind.
But I got some information that makes a lot of this shit make sense. So, it wasn't a bunch of weirdos saying it died because it's woke or anything. Apparently, it was horribly mismanaged from the beginning. A friend of mine's in a Seattle game-based Discord server, and some of the developers are in there, and they've been telling their horror stories without breaking NDA. And basically, the reason the characters came out like this is because of constant revisions, reordered from management, and no reasons were given. Management was never happy, and eventually just told them to ship it. No guidelines were given either. Just fake, I don't know, fits at level bullshit.
I realize you can't really. Yeah, I realize you can't really cite the sources if it's under like NDA protection shit to verify some of these claims. But like that, from what little I've seen here, that does make sense.
Yeah,
but
it's like because a lot of these outfits are like, just change it, and like, okay, I guess I'll change this color.
Right.
Like,
it feels like.
Look at this character here. Like, she looks like two outfits matched on the one. Like.
Oh yeah, that feels that.
Like say, like get the side little the afro poos, but then you got like the beehive on top of her hair.
Yeah, like okay, weirdly, if this was like a side character in a bar, Fred, like some like kooky space opera kind of thing, like I could believe it.
Like the jacket's fine, but then like the glasses are too much, and it's like so it's like
I don't hate it. It's at least interesting.
Yeah.
Compared to like some of the other designs I've seen, like there's at least something going on. But I do see the dissonance. I absolutely see that.
Yeah, as I'm scrolling through all of these, it really does look like they're just put like a randomizer until finally they were just told to ship it. So
yeah, like if there was and that does kind of make or break a lot of the decisions for shit like this.
For example, is just here. She looked good, but the white does not match. That white does not match.
It's like a pistachio.
Yeah, it's like a very
green.
It's kind of like a muted white green kind of color. Like I would personally make that more like a sand desert color, because that outfit looks like kind of reminds me a little bit of a ghillie suit. Not completely, because
it looks like she's meant to be in like either like polar or like desert kind of.
Yeah, one of those two.
Yeah, that's environmental.
Yeah.
So pardon my ignorance. I've only paid so much attention to this game. Are you allowed to like color swap or
Nope.
customize the characters at
Oh,
all?
Nope.
no.
Not at all.
There was no customization.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
well,
this is the intended. This is the what the intended design was for.
Yeah.
Um.
And let's see here. Oh, we got the
Uh,
bland character of Theo here. Uh,
okay, so we have the
That-
esports
that's
player.
the skills from
T-
T4
generic-
need to work.
generic shooter role number 43.
I was like, if you're going to have one white male character, at least make him look cool, you know?
Yeah, like I see the archetypes that they're going for here. Like I mean, like for all your shooters, you have to have your standard Call of Duty shoot a man for your classic like standard shooter players. But like this looks like an esports guy who like tried to sign up for the Olympics and he was like barely let in.
He looks like Ninja if he didn't have purple. If Ninja didn't have purple or blue hair.
I could.
Once he watched it,
Oh, I just realized he has the fucking the one bright blue sans eye.
Wait, what?
I could barely. Or is that just the lighting? Hold on, let me zoom in on this.
I think that's lighting.
No.
Is that the lighting? Okay.
He has a sans eye.
They know. What? All right, that kind of, admittedly for me, that kind of puts him up a few points in my book from like a D to like a C minus, but like, ooh.
So a lot of people gave the character of doll shit here. This guy here, but I actually like one is probably one of the more intricate outfits. And two,
I don't hate it.
I do. Hey, it's the Jared guy from Spider-Man: Homecoming. Yeah, he's awesome.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, like. Yeah, more of my complaints about this isn't so much the silhouette, like the body shape of the character. It's just, what is that jacket?
Yeah, that jacket,
what
that jacket
what is
throws
it is?
If you throw away the jacket, make the one piece outfit, and maybe slap on some shoulder pads on it. Maybe do something with that breathalyzer on the front.
I would like, it definitely seems like this makes me think like this is like a skier or like someone who like works in the Arctic environment, like bright colors, so you make sure you're seen through the snowstorm, with the visor and everything. Like
either of these outfits, in my opinion, are very uninspired, or they just try to mishmash of things and said, okay, this works, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, it's like imagine, being told to redo the characters for 9 years straight. No wonder.
Well,
yeah,
from what I read,
at a certain point, it's you.
From what I read, it was like these guys were on their own for so long, and then Sony bought them in 2023.
Oh, okay. So was there a bunch of like upturn when like they got bought out?
Something. I think
I don't feel qualified to comment on that.
I can't say anything. All I know is what I've been given or what I've been what I've found. And from what I heard, Frontline I think is who made it. I can't remember, or Frostfire or whoever made the game. They were on their own for the first 7 years, and on that 8th year they were bought by Sony, and then this happened.
I mean, looking at these character designs, it does kind of give that vibe of like they were just throwing shit at the wall to see like what would actually stick, and that what they say, what the corporate or whoever is making them change it, like they'll like tolerate. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like I can absolutely believe that story.
I did laugh.
I hope one day they can actually release like their original concepts.
I think what
that would be fascinating to see, just as like a game development like history.
I heard that after it got shelved, Sony might re-release it later on and make it a free-to-play game, and I was like, oh, and then
that would maybe salvage some of it, yeah.
And the problem is, I think the damage has been done.
Yeah, they would need to like revamp a lot.
Yeah, hire me. I'll put it together for you. Yeah.
But like, from what I heard, like for a gameplay standpoint, make the because a shooting game, you have to be quick. So make the animations quicker. Don't draw them out. Make the mechanics.
Yeah, everything needs to be like snappy.
you got to make the animations snappier, make the ultimates better, more. I don't know. Like I only saw a handful of them, and some of them were okay. Like one of them throws out like a ball and makes a firewall or something, kind of
Yeah.
an area denial.
Oh yeah, the mage girl.
Yeah. Yeah, which in an arena shooter you do need area denial. I will admit that you do need
Hmm.
area denial, especially on like King of the Hill or Capitol Flag and whatnot. But like tighten up the gameplay, don't draw it out, make it faster, make it smooth because some of it was like bad, like some of it didn't even look like it worked. And I'm just like, yeah, no. In my opinion, nothing of value was lost.
Speaking of
But
Hmm.
the other way to
I'm
deal with management. Oh, okay,
mm,
Oh.
no. Let Tio finish the spot before we move on.
oh no, I was just gonna say, Tilly knows this. Nate, you'll learn this as well. I'm very critical and very cynical.
Yeah.
I have heard.
So Tito.
Just from this conversation, I could tell.
So yeah, Tito brought this up this morning, and here's the other way to deal with shitty management.
Oh, fuck! What happened to Annapurna?
Everybody left.
Oh, I actually like their games.
Oh
What?
yeah. So apparently, they're part of like a parent sort of like there's probably like a video studio and like other types of studios. It's not just game studio. It's like some
Mm-hmm.
corporate bigwig came in. And it's like, okay, for now going on forward, you're going to listen to us. We'll tell you what to do. And they're like, no, fuck that, and all
Oh.
25 developers left.
Yep.
Okay, that checks out more. They
I
like
think the only,
were they
I
bought
think
out? Like who was there?
I don't.
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember off the top
I
of my
think
head.
the
What was it?
only I think the only person who was there who's still there was the like not even one of the original founders, the CEO he stayed. I don't think he stayed. Like I think like one maybe two people stayed, and everybody was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Yeah, and we're adopting the cat.
Oh yeah,
Fair.
the cat's a good boy.
Yeah. I've heard very good things about Stray, but I've never
Oh,
actually played it
Stray,
myself.
I have yet to play it, but from what I've seen, Stray looks very fun. It's got a very interesting world and a very kind of a simple-ish story, but it's fun. There's a
Hmm.
dedicated meow button, so how can you fuck that up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like Duck Game had a dedicated quack button.
But,
Hmm.
oh, but yeah, that's how you should have dealt with management. At least those other people got paid for 9 years. Yeah, they can say that at least.
Yeah, I'm sad. Like we're not going to be because like again, I loved a bunch of their games, like What Remains of Edith Finch, Journey. I really want to play the Pathless and Outer Wilds. I both have them in my
Oh, Outer
Steam
Wilds, that looks
library.
good.
Oh yes. Oh, Gorogoa. I forgot they also made that too. Sorry, it's a bunch of little indie gems that I fucking
Yeah,
adore. Or at least they feel like indie games.
Uh, um,
You know.
so like, yeah, hopefully they all land on their feet, you know.
I'd be curious to see what those devs end up branching off to make.
Yeah.
I
If they make a new
imagine
company or
I
something
imagine
else.
if they apply to other places and they see their resume and everything that they're a part of Annapurna and everything, I imagine they'll find something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see here. Next one. Okay, this one's another thumbnail reuse.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I still have yet to play. Okay. I have yet to finish Borderlands 2.
Oh,
I
shit.
do. I have yet to play Borderlands. I don't own Borderlands 1 currently, unfortunately.
Okay.
I forget where I got the game in the first place. The only two Borderlands games I own are Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel,
Yeah.
which I know is a jump. Like I've heard a lot of cursory stuff about Borderlands, and I have a bunch of friends who know it. I've heard that this movie fucking flopped.
Oh, yeah.
One of the biggest flops in cinema history,
So,
if not the biggest.
you want to hear the total numbers?
What's the numbers?
How bad?
So, like, the movie itself cost $145 million to make, And
Yep.
on top of
Okay,
that,
that's
30
not bad.
million to for marketing. All right.
Okay,
I'm gonna
checks out.
actually you both give me a guess how much money they made total.
I want to say under 100K.
There's no way they made
Like
their money back.
100,000?
100,000 less than that.
Huh.
Okay.
Huh.
That was that bad. Okay, they made a total of 31 million.
Okay, so they barely made back their marketing, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, no,
Essentially, yeah, they have enough to pay for a Happy Meal after paying off marketing. But see, yeah, there's still 144
Yeah.
million in the hole.
Yep.
It sucks that this is such a recurring trend that like video game movies are kind of flopping. I'm predicting we're going to be seeing another video game movie in one of these images coming up,
Oh.
maybe. If I'm depending. So I'll save my commentary for then.
Well,
Well, I guess I don't know how recent some of this stuff has been.
Me and Tilly talked in one of the last episodes that we did about the Sonic franchise and how both of us were amazed that Jim Carrey came back to play Robotnik in the second one.
Oh yeah.
And he's coming back in the third one to play Robotnik and Professor Gerald, and we're just like, okay, he loves the script, or he loves Sonic that much to do 2 sequels, because Jim Carrey never does sequels. The only other one I know of is when it was the sequel for Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this is also his first and only and last trilogy. So that's what
Yeah.
in your career.
Damn. I mean, fair. Admittedly, I still need to watch those movies. I'm an
they're
uncultured fan,
good.
I know. Yes, I've heard nothing but good things. The one thing I know about the first Sonic movie,
There's a turtle in the first film.
that doesn't surprise me. Nice. The one thing that I heard about the controversy around the first movie is, of course, the initial design and everyone fucking hating it.
Yeah.
Though the unfortunate thing is that that entire revamping of the movie caused the workers to run overtime basically without additional pay, which is super fucking shitty, unfortunately. And I think they've been mostly compensated and paid well since then. I don't fully understand the situation on that.
I want to say that because Sonic
like
2 has made buku money.
Yeah, but like at the time, like they basically suffered double time to fix everything before release, and it was hell for those animators.
To be fair, he shouldn't have looked like that in the first place.
True, very true.
Agreed. However, I still would rather not force that many animators to break their fucking wrists.
True, I understand, but at the same time, I think they probably think.
I think it was a good product in the end, absolutely. But it sucks that that's what had to happen.
But I
hope that doesn't need to happen again.
But I imagine they all look at it now and they're like, "This was completely worth it."
I hope so. We didn't even touch on the Borderlands movie. I haven't. Yeah, I haven't watched it. Granted, it looked meh. It looked mid. All I know is a lot of people did not like or feel that the portrayal of the characters was accurate whatsoever.
It was also out of fucking sync as well. It's like Krieg was introduced.
Yeah, that's the original point I was going to make. It's a shame that so many video game movies, even just within the past decade, have mostly been mediocre, if not just kind of garbage. Like Monster Hunter, the Monster Hunter movie I remember was fucking abysmal on release, and oh boy, I guess I'll go right and say I don't know if we had any plans to talk about the Minecraft movie. That's another thing that's been talked about recently.
No, but I totally forgot to watch that trailer.
Okay, I will save my commentary for another time then, if I am brought back, or if you do talk about it. But oh boy, there's some opinions. Not a lot of them are good. That's all I'll say.
Me and the morons talked about it a little bit last night on our stream of Halo, and our main gripe is like, we like Jason Momoa. We don't care because Jason Momoa, he could turn almost anything into gold.
Mm-hmm.
But our gripe is, why is Jack Black in this?
Yeah. Well, I have
Like
mixed
I
feelings.
will
The
give credit.
cast I don't hate intrinsically, but
We
yeah.
we like Jack Black as Bowser. Jack
Mm-hmm.
Black did pretty good as Bowser. I will give credit where credit's due. But at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, Jack is, in our opinion, he's not as funny as he was back in the earlier 2000s, where he was
Okay,
kind of given a little bit more leeway back then.
Yeah, he's kind
that's
of.
fair.
You can tell he's slowed
It,
down of age.
true, and
Yeah,
I
which
can't fault him
is
for
not
that.
super surprising. Yeah.
I
If
can't
God,
fault
we've.
too much for that because age comes for everybody. Nobody gets out of this alive.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Yeah.
also one of those things like Jack Black is also kind of a caricature of himself,
Mm-hmm.
Oh
and
yeah.
not in a good
Yeah.
way.
Speaking of
I
age,
think we'll save a lot more of that commentary. Yeah. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next one.
I was gonna say, speaking of age, though, like that really plagued the cast of fucking Borderlands.
Right?
Lilith played by a 55-year-old. Roland played by a 45-year-old.
Oh.
Tannis played by a
Yeah.
65-year-old. Jack Black's also 55.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
I think Moxie's actress was 60. So it's like
Really?
yeah, so
Damn.
like
Yeah.
combined ages are like 300 something, yeah.
Yeah, and but the original cast, I say the original cast, the original characters, they're like in their 20s or low to mid 20s. I think I think
Yeah.
more I think either Brick or Mordecai were the oldest, and I think they might have scratched at 30 in the first game.
Yeah, like because Lilith's supposed to be I think 22 or 21 or 22. You know,
And from what I heard, like there's hardly any Brick or Mordecai in this movie.
there's none at all.
Well, what the fuck? There's no point of it if you're not gonna have Brick or Mordecai.
Yeah, like it's a pretty bad film. I'm telling you.
I'm glad I didn't
Smile
watch
and nod
it.
neck like I understand.
Well, I gave it a 5 out of 10. So basically, same rating as Madam Web.
How about I say?
Damn.
Oh God. Yeah, no, I forgot. This one beat Madam Web for bad release and everything.
Yeah, I think this one. Like, I mean, it actually has quality over quality. That's for sure. Whereas Madam Web didn't really have any action. But yeah, that's like me comparing a fucking a train wreck to a plane crash. We can move on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
and-
Next.
All right, this one y'all seen this one already because I couldn't help but post it before, but
Oh yeah.
I was proud.
I love how you put a purity seal with a bagel on there.
I had to cover up the computer logo or something, but
Right.
but yeah, these slugs. I mean, the PlayStation 5 Pro, $700. Holy fuck.
Yep.
Ours is
Yeah,
800.
I don't.
No, wait.
$700 the last time I heard.
Okay, 700 plus like $80 for the disk drive, plus $30 for a vertical stand, plus tax.
That's ridiculous. That's
So it's
ridiculous.
really-
Me, the
$850.
PC gamer, just sitting here watching the dumpster fire off in the distance.
PC Gamer Master Race. Let's go.
All right, wouldn't go that far.
What I was
I know that's a
surprised
classic
about-
meme, but
I'm
All right, yeah,
surprised
go.
that no one brought up, because I watched several videos on this, no one brought up the PS3 launch, how we all laughed at the $599.
Yep.
Yeah, no one brings that up. Like, we don't want to pay $600. Why do you think we're going to pay $800?
Like David, he got his PlayStation 5 on sale and everything. And I think he paid like $300 dues for it, and that's how much I paid for my PS4 whenever that would, or no, my PS3 whenever I got it, because I got mine at Walmart and it came with a copy of Killzone 3, and mine was only like $300 dues, and I'm like, fuck it, let's go.
I feel very unqualified to talk about this because I did not play many consoles growing up whatsoever. I'm not.
I played a lot of consoles growing up. I didn't get my first PC until I was in high school.
I am
worse.
for me. For me, it was quite the opposite. My parents were very frugal, and also neither of them were really nerds. So most of my gaming experience growing up was early 2000s PC, like Flash games.
Yep.
And shit like that. The only consoles I really had growing up were a Nintendo DS, a Nintendo Wii back when those came out, and then there was a SNES. I forgot about that.
Yep.
And like technically, I was gifted a PS2, about almost like 5 or 6 years ago. I think at this point that I've barely ever touched.
Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. No, I'm wrong because I remember we had a family PC, but we also we had like Warcraft, the original Warcraft, the original.
Oh, Warcraft 1. Hot damn. All right.
Warcraft 1, Orcs and Humans, and we had the original Diablo. I had Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Hey, nice classic that I've played.
But yeah, I had to share it between my two brothers. Back in them days, if you wanted to connect to the internet, you had your dial-up modem. It's like, oh, you want to connect to the internet? Let me sing you the song of my people.
Oh boy, I'm sure that was delightful.
And we loved it back then.
Yep.
So like
back in my day. Sorry.
And like the jokes are legit too. It literally took me 6 hours to watch porn once.
Yep.
Sorry, that took me off guard.
Yeah.
It took you 15 minutes to download an image.
Man, I can't believe how desperate you'd have to be for like keeping on edge for 6 hours. Like, come
Listen,
on.
back in our day, back in our day, we had to earn our porn.
Yeah, we were talking about this last week. Now you
oh my god.
Now anyone can summon on their smartwatch with a word, but back then you had to freaking work for it or trade for it. Like okay,
like,
we truly
trading
evolved as a society.
Copy of Dream on the PS1 with my cousin for a copy of his Playboy. Yeah.
Like back in them days, porn was not really, and I got this from Rob White. Porn was not readily accessible. The best we got was a Sears catalog, and all that was lawnmowers and big girl panties.
So like, for me, like, we were also like kind of like lower working class. I never had a computer. I didn't have a computer until I was 21.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So 2007, when I finally I got the internet. Now, a couple of times we got a computer over the years because like neighbors would give us a hand-me-down, but it would only last maybe a month because none of us knew anything about like security or how to defrag a computer or nothing. So eventually it gets so fragged and messed up, we just throw it in the trash.
Yep, you'd brick it.
Yeah. So yeah, it would last a month. But yeah, nowadays I just got high-end gaming PCs and my console collection's falling apart.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I the first PC I myself owned that was like an actual gaming PC was technically it was a gaming laptop, I should say, and I got that as a graduation present. Basically like a year before COVID really got big. And only within like
how young are you?
I'm in my early 20s.
Oh, that hurts.
I am post Y2K.
I didn't know we were with a child.
I know. I'm sorry. I know I am younger.
It's weird for him.
It hurts.
History, you know.
It hurts.
Okay, I was technically born. I did exist. I was an infant. I have no memory of it whatsoever.
Man, I was also a freshman in high school. That shows a difference here.
Damn. But yes, I have had PC access since I was very young, for better or for worse. And so, yeah. Brain words. Yeah, my first gaming laptop. Yeah, was actually halfway decent. That was technically also the first thing I started streaming on. I'm surprised it didn't fucking die. Early. I'm surprised it didn't die earlier than it did. Or I shouldn't say it's technically not dead. It's just a noisy fucking engine right now.
Sounds like a jet engine trying to take off when you play something high end.
Yes, and unfortunately you can't really replace the fans because they're like several $100s because it's a custom part because laptops.
Yep.
And so I basically decided, you know what, fuck it. Now's a good time as any to actually get a fucking decent gaming PC, and I just got this puppy a few months ago. I'd have
Is
to
it a
get I'd have to
pre-built?
find this. It is pre-built. I managed to get it on sale for about like $800. I want to
Okay,
say.
that ain't horrible for a pre-built.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'd have to find the specs on this thing. I couldn't tell you everything off the top of my
I
head, but
would
like
still
it's.
I would still recommend a custom build. I always recommend custom builds.
Oh yeah, I might end up once I have a little bit more of an income coming in, I might end up looking to replace and like tweak some things in here.
Also, I
But
will make the
it's
suggestion.
pretty solid.
I will
Yeah.
make a suggestion. If you have bare paws like I do, make friends with someone with small
Mhm.
hands.
Oh, I need to get some tweezers.
There are some of these. There are some things in my rig that I cannot finagle with because I have fucking bare paws. That's why I'll go to my buddy in that's why I'll go to my buddy in Amarillo and I'm like, yo, I need your tiny little baby hands.
I unfortunately also have relatively large hands. Yes.
Yeah, my current rig, I Florida proofed it because it's always like 90 degrees in here.
Yep.
So I made sure told him to put 10 fans inside the damn thing.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
and they're all rainbow glowing too. So. It's
Yeah, I have about
nice.
I have about 5 fans in mine, but mine's also for where my heat difference from Tilly is because Tilly is more humidity, mine is more dry heat. Because I live in the Texas Panhandle.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go. I say.
I live in yeah.
I think it's time for a little bathroom break for me, so if you guys need to go. But
yep, I'm gonna go get.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get.
I'm good.
Guess in a bit.
All right, now we're getting to the weird ones. All right, lay it on me.
Now we have to earn our keep.
Here we go.
Okay. Oh yes.
Yep, I heard about this.
Oh god, this I feel bad for Brazil.
Slug trolling.
I really do.
See it.
What wasn't there a bunch of other shit going on in Brazil from the fallout of this, or am I remembering?
Blue Sky certainly got a lot more users.
That I remember. Yes, a lot of Twitter users. I refuse to call it X.
Well, basically, because Twitter's such a toxic cesspool that government of Brazil is like, this place is full of hate speech, and we don't allow hate speech, you know, and like, oh, look, it's free speech though, or like, it's still, you can't always say so much when you think about it in a public post, you know,
right?
Oh yeah.
And and then like, oh, and you got to put like some kind of legal representative and stuff to kind of like watch in Brazil, like so you don't go too far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's like fuck that and all that stuff, and I think this might have blocked them. They're like, oh fine, we'll just remove Twitter from Brazil altogether.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Elon didn't handle it cordial at all. And he wasn't willing to bend the knee
Mm-hmm.
at all. And so, yeah, Twitter just clearly kicked them out of the entire country.
Surprise! Elon's Musk is once again also possesses some concentration of crybaby from all of the. Oh god, I could go off on Elon Musk, but I don't think we have the time or the patience. I don't think anyone here has any love for the man.
I'll eventually get bored and fuck off.
That's fair. All I have to say is that he's a shitty person, and there's not a lot of reason to like him. Yeah, that basically covers it.
Yeah, more or less.
All right, on to a shitty corporation. So,
oh boy.
You know how you were just mentioning, we hope Annapurna and everyone gets some good jobs.
Yeah.
Well, that might be a little hard actually, because the job market just got a lot more flooded.
Did Microsoft buy up a bunch more Monopoly shit recently?
Not exactly. They apparently fired more people.
Sorry. Yes. No, I do remember this. Okay.
I remember
hearing even more layoffs. Jesus.
I think what was it like? I think it was 12% of their people.
I got the number here. Let me.
I can't remember. I remember hearing about it, but I only heard about it once, and it was a little while ago. So I can't. My numbers
So,
are a little off.
so they
Also,
initially
a quick side
hired.
tangent. Oh, sorry. If I may, go quick side tangent before you get too super into the info. I love that you use the fucking Windows 97 logo instead of the new one.
I
It's a
just having
classic.
trouble finding a fucking skyscraper. Good picture, but
No, it's fine. It's funny.
yeah, and so yeah, they already had done fired 1,900 game developers, but now they just add 650 more. And
Oh my god.
and the FTC saying we warned you, they were trying because they were trying to stop them from becoming a monopoly. Because sure, if you had they bought all these studios, and now they're just getting rid of people left and right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, it might be hard for Annapurna devs to find jobs because they got a lot of competition now.
I mean, I will admit that double and double and like single A companies and like those smaller groups have been especially indie devs have been super on the rise in the past even decade alone.
Me and Tilly were talking about this earlier this year. Like indie devs are killing it this year.
Yeah, I want to say there's at least been a handful of like devs who used to work for other companies that are now trying to like solo their own shit.
Speaking of
yeah, like, oh, go ahead.
no, you go first.
Oh, I was mostly just gonna segue into whatever we're doing next. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, they probably are killing it because who's not killing it? The AAA devs.
Ain't that the
yeah.
Yep. Speaking
of. We talked a little bit about this before recording.
Get shit on Ubisoft.
I have mixed feelings of like I never got super into the Assassin's Creed series, though I've heard that a lot. I would adore a lot of their games. It's just I know it's so fucking hit or miss. Like it's either amazing or fucking garbage. And there's not a lot of in between.
For Assassin's Creed, I would recommend this. Look at all the titles that they have available, and look for the time eras that you are personally interested in.
That is a fair point, and I've seen recommendations for that. I'm also just a general big history nerd, so like I might end up going a bit chronologically.
There are, as far as the real life historical events are concerned, there is creative influence, which I'm
yes, I understand that it is historical fantasy.
Yes.
Yes. I've heard a lot of like, oh god, brain.
Tilly.
Yes. What was the Assassin's Creed game that came out a little while ago that took place in Baghdad? Was that Mirage?
No, Mirage. Yeah, you're right.
Mirage. Yes, I've at least heard a lot of good things about like the artwork and the cultural inspiration for Mirage. And from what little I've seen, it looks gorgeous. I don't know a lot about the gameplay or the story of whether it's actually good or not.
So
I will always say Black Flag is always going to be my personal favorite because
I've heard praises to the moon and back on Black Flag.
Oh, it's the golden age of piracy. In my opinion, they killed really great with the ship combat, and then they kind of shoehorned it into every other one after that.
It's like I adore Assassin's Creed. See, my audience doesn't really like it too much, but I'm sure if I start streaming them a lot, I'll probably get people who like them to come in. So the reason with that picture is apparently Ubisoft has been using bots to be leaving like nice comments on all their videos and posts. And,
yep.
This game's a 10 out of 10. And
it is so obvious because half of them are like, oh good, at first it sounds like a legit one, and then they're like, this is a great movie. I'm like, yep, that's a bot.
This is a little bit through the Chat GPT or something.
Also, I do love how you gave the imposter Tilly like antenna.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, one time I was playing Uncharted 2, my uncle thought it was a movie.
I mean,
Uncharted did have a movie. It did release a movie, so to your uncle, a little bit to your uncle's credit, I can give him a little bit of
I'm gonna
slack.
be real with you.
Yeah.
The Uncharted games, from what I've heard and seen, are great. They are basically just movies with gameplay attached to them.
Let's see here, but like, so
More or less, it's kind of like a modernized Indiana
It
Jones.
Yeah, like I always call them like modern walking sims. Kind of like it's mostly story with a little bit of gameplay in there. Not to say that they're bad games by any means. That's just the type of game. That's just how they roll. Um, there's not a lot of depth gameplay
Like
wise to them.
I'm of the opinion everybody's entitled to everybody's entitled to their opinion, and sometimes those opinions are wrong.
Okay.
but
Okay.
apparently the whole situation's kind of fucked though, because we and Tio have gone on about the whole Yosuke controversy,
Yep.
and so
Yosuke controversy.
Oh
and
yeah, the whole thing. We don't have enough time in this episode to cover it all.
but yeah,
Okay,
I'll just
okay,
read
okay.
from what my source told me. Says Japanese media creators are really angry at the Americans' insistence that Yosuke was not a samurai, because the Japan's Cultural Protection Office is gearing up a fucking lawsuit against
Yep.
Ubisoft. But it sure as
Oh.
hell ain't to stop DEI. No, it's because Ubisoft is using AI instead of hiring historians to help them draw inside the lines, and the AI is not being accurate.
Oh.
And they've also had like a lot of the building influence or Chinese influence, not Japanese.
Yeah,
They've also mixed up times where like they're off, they're having cherry blossom bloom, and they're also having rice being harvested at the same time, which you do not do. That they're not even in the same window of opportunity
yeah.
to be in bloom together.
Yeah, they said promotional materials are showing things like
Mm.
Vince tying Chinese mannerisms and claim they're both ancient Japanese culture, and that this is the most accurate portrayal of feudal Japan ever made.
Yeah, no, it is
Mm.
absolute trash. Like they
Yeah.
dropped the ball on this so fucking hard, and a lot of AC fans were wanting an Assassin's Creed set in feudal Japan.
Yeah. I've heard. Yeah, like I know they've been kind of sitting on it for a while.
Oh yeah,
Um.
because I remember
Like
after Assassin's Creed 3 came out, they're like, what's next? I'm like, we kind of choose between pirates or samurai, and apparently they went pirates, and the samurai were waiting a long goddamn time.
Yeah. Or there was a spin-off that took place in China.
Yeah,
I vaguely recall. That
yeah,
was kind of a flop.
yeah, it was a
um,
2.5D sort of thing.
I do remember. I
Yeah.
remember seeing concept art of like the original assassin from the original first draft of this. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find it again.
Yeah. I'd have to look more into like how the game treated the story for like all historical accuracy or inaccuracies. To delve into that more, but like, oh boy. I already know. Sorry, I already know that Yasuke, the African samurai. There's a lot of controversy about him and the various portrayals.
Well, one of the big reasons is that this is the first. Oh, here it is. Uh, this is the first time they've used a actual person for history as a front runner for the game instead of a historically fiction person. Now here's
Okay.
here's the original concept art of the original Japanese assassin.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
That was the
I
original
actually,
concept art.
I actually really like those
Now
designs.
that I could have gotten behind.
I know a lot of people might point out the Tengu mask to be kind of goofy looking, but
Yeah.
like that's actually pretty accurate.
Well, you also got to remember the
Um,
Tengu masks. Even still today, they still hold very spiritual
yeah,
significance.
yes. To a Western audience, it would look very goofy,
Well,
because of the long nose.
well,
But
it's mainly
yes.
like why a lot of horror games that do very well, at least in the states, come from Japan because we're not. A lot of Americans or a lot of people from the West are not familiar with their cultures, so it's kind of that
So it's
uncanny valley.
there is that there's the uncanny valley, and also
It's the
admittedly there is that I hate to use the term alienated, but like it's a foreign mysterious
yeah,
culture in a lot of
yeah.
ways.
It's a
Um,
it's a myster- it's also the fear of the unknown. A lot of people aren't going
yeah.
to know all the nuances for Japanese culture. Granted, even I'm not going to know them all. I know a little bit, very, very little, but like a lot of the stuff that is considered horror in Japanese, um, translates very well to horror here in America because it's that fear of the unknown. We don't know what it represents.
Like, hey, I played 4 Yakuza games. I'm an expert.
Well,
oh, clearly, absolutely.
You're also someone who was very afraid of zombie games until fairly recently, Tilly. So I love you, but I'll always give you a jab at that one.
Okay.
I always felt super underwhelmed by zombie movies. Sorry, that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, we got October coming up. We can just talk about that then.
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely.
We'll talk about zombies next month.
Alrighty, so this is probably one of my, I think, the funniest but easiest to make thumbnails.
Oh boy, let me see that. Oh yes,
yeah, I remember this.
I am actually very curious to play this.
It looks interesting.
Yes, I've heard a lot of praise for the original.
I really want to know how the god mechanic works because I heard they changed a couple from the original.
Which I remember the original Age of Mythology came out 2001. I want to say
it was a while back.
Yeah, it was like very early 2000s. I recall.
But are they charging only $6 dues for the new version, Tilly?
No,
wait,
you
really?
know what the $6 is about? It's
DLC.
What is a six? Is it DLC?
It's a DLC for just JPEGs, essentially character portraits.
Gross.
Wait, are they? Oh God! Please don't tell me they're trying to do.
It's a 22-year-old game.
Please.
It's a 22-year-old game, by the way.
Okay. They're not trying to do an NFT thing, are they?
No, that's basically NFTs.
Like, I mean, yes.
It's
well, in this case, it's more.
Yeah,
it's less so like crypto. You know, this is a form of currency, whereas like this is basically $6 for a scrapbook, or not even that, a page.
People are saying, well, I guess I can forgive the horse armor DLC from back in the day, because
God, yeah.
22 years later, we get a DLC just to change the character portraits for $6.
Gross.
Yeah, that's like if it at least did a model change, but like okay, there's at least something. But even then, I don't know if that would be worth $6.
Yeah.
If like a model change to like a bunch of the models, or even buildings, or different voice lines and everything, then yeah, I could throw $6 dues at that. But just for portraits, hell no, you ain't getting my money for that. Hell no, I work hard. I work hard for my tree fitty.
Now, admittedly, I did have a friend who did play an early release of Age of Mythology that I saw a little bit of the gameplay of. It still looks fun. It still looks like it's a great game. But that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was looking at a picture like, man, Slug is just trolling way too much these days.
Slug, Nature, I'm not sure if you're aware, but I think I have gone on record saying that Slug is a war criminal. And the bad thing is...
It's always... Oh, go. I'll let you finish.
No, I was going to say, and the bad thing is, I cannot fault Slug for her trolling shenanigans. Because I look at it, I was like, that's some shit I would pull. Slug's getting pages out of my book now.
It is always the small, adorable, fluffy mascot that is the one capable of the most violence.
Yeah.
It is a known rule of reality. I don't make the rules; I just enforce them.
It's why Isabel is a war criminal as well, because she hangs out with Doomslayer too much.
Oh yes. Absolutely.
I still love that a lot of people basically made those two best friends, and I love it. I'm here for it.
Well, yeah, because they both released on the same day.
Yep, Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing New Horizons released on the same day.
It was so fucking. It's so fucking funny.
There was so much fan art about it.
Yeah. And it's like, because I remember there was one of those posts where it's like, share today what's your most unhinged character lore. For like VTuber stuff. I'm like, well, whenever time I get a haircut, a smaller, fluffy version of me is born that is curly, violent, and unhinged, and loves bagels and has laser eyes.
I saw that post. I was like, I'm not hearing lies.
Well,
I don't know. All I know is that my turtle just woke up in the woods someday.
Well, speaking of one full of lies, here's a controversial one.
Oh boy.
Well, depending on where you're in your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening here?
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so
This
I'm
this
guess
one I'm actually a little more stumped by.
I'm
This
guessing.
isn't.
My
Oh,
guess
go
is
ahead,
that
go ahead.
there's another Hogwarts game coming out in 2026.
Correct.
Is Oh, I was gonna say, are they making plans for another Hogwarts Legacy?
Well, because I know they
Um.
just, I guess recently they released like the Quidditch Championships game not too long
To my
ago.
shock, wasn't in Hogwarts
Oh,
Legacy.
okay.
Pardon?
To my shock, wasn't in
Was
the
it?
original Hogwarts Legacy. And like, you made a big ass
Uh,
open world game and Quidditch back?
I
oh
don't
no, because
know.
I remember seeing the opening. I guess not cinematic, but after the little tutorial, and then your character actually goes to the Sorting Hat thing. And then I remember hearing the headmaster saying that there was no Quidditch that year because of an accident that happened the prior year, and everybody groaned and they're like, "Don't make me
That was
take
their
away
excuse
something."
for not bringing Quidditch in.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, to an extent, I get it because from what I heard, like the game was fucking massive,
Oh yeah,
and
programming that in would be another feat in
yeah,
itself.
it would be another task hell on earth. So to an extent, I get why they didn't put Quidditch, and then they made those
Mm-hmm.
standalone Quidditch championship games. So I will. That's why I'm like, okay,
So
that's why that one exists now.
what's funny is, so I just put the Nazi symbol on her head just because she's very
Mm-hmm.
anti-trans, and there's that whole controversial and strikes and
Yeah.
stuff last time. And so apparently I was actually more accurate than I thought.
Oh
From
dear.
inside source, basically a developer who works for WB, she's like she could talk about this
Mm-hmm.
because she's not under an NDA. And now
Good.
this girl is Jewish. All right.
Oh boy.
First of all, she said she laughs every time people say that J.K. Rowling had nothing to do with the game because J.K. was in constant Zoom calls with her team, and all the other teams all to deliver. And what was basically the game was like a bad Destiny clone. And me and Tio have been talking about Destiny's been pretty bad.
Yeah.
In more recent times, yes.
I mean, I've also been shitting on Destiny as well because I'm just like, Destiny. I'm like, you got to be brain dead to enjoy the damn game.
And she said, and two of the entire enemies were written by a dude whose YouTube channel is about stopping international Jewry. And apparently the guy.
I see.
And this guy even spit it on her desk when he found out that she was Jewish. They said they did.
Oh boy.
And they did change the saying with the writing after they removed him. It was completed and then implemented. So yeah, the game had some Nazi involvement. And also,
Okay.
and the other thing is too is that W's like, we want Hogwarts Legacy done in just 2 years. Like, ooh.
Okay, a game that
good
Mac,
fucking luck.
Yeah.
I will say this: a game compared to the original Hogwarts Legacy, which a lot to do. Like I don't know how many hours you could do the whole thing, but as big as that game is, if you want to go, because normally sequels want to go bigger, better, and everything.
Yeah.
If you want to go bigger than the original Hogwarts Legacy, you need at least 5 to 6 years, considering how big it was.
Yeah.
If you want it done in 2 years, you were asking for a fucking Hail Mary.
Yeah, because the original took 6 years and it still wasn't even that great. And I think the WB team, they wanted to do other games, but I guess because like Suicide Squad and a few other failures, Warner Brothers is like, Hogwarts Legacy 2, that one made us money. So and by the way, 2 years. Good luck.
Yeah, and like if you want to do if you want to do a sequel for a game as big, as big as Hogwarts Legacy was, at least a minimum of 5 years.
I have a lot of opinions on Hogwarts and the Harry Potter series in general, and I'll keep it brief. But the long and short of it is that, like, as far as I heard and understood, the Hogwarts Legacy as in a vacuum alone as a game was actually relatively decent, or was relatively good. A lot of people enjoyed it. I can't, in good conscience, encourage giving more money to J.K. Rowling for multiple reasons, dear Lord. But like, if people, for the people who do love the series, I understand there's still a lot that people enjoy out of it.
And a lot of it is tied to nostalgia because a lot of
Right.
a lot of us '90s kids grew up reading these books. I
Oh
personally
yeah,
did.
I also grew. I read them, and I read up to Goblet of Fire, or sorry, not Goblet of Fire, Half Blood Prince. I stopped reading it roughly around Half Blood Prince. I never finished the books.
Yeah, I only read the first 4, and I only watched the first movie.
Yeah, but the reason I didn't read them is because, well, them books are big enough to consider deadly weapons. You could kill someone with a
They're
those
dense.
big books.
Absolutely. Yes, there are a lot of flaws, and a lot of there are definitely still some yikes things that are present within the Harry Potter series.
And I'm
however, I still
a bunch of not loopholes. What's
there's
that?
a lot of loopholes.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, there's a term for it. I can't remember what it's called.
Plot holes.
Plot holes. Thank you. There's a lot of plot holes.
Yeah, there's that too. Like, okay, oh God, I want to keep going with this, because again, I could go off. I've done so much research into a lot of J.K. Rowling and Harry, like the setting of Harry Potter. But well, yeah, I'm not going to give people shit who enjoyed the game, but I will give vehement amounts of shit to J.K. Rowling, hands down. And I hope the game is good, admittedly, and to some capacity, but it's a mess on the back end of things.
Oh, I know so many people were like, I'm canceling any friend of mine who even buys that game.
It's a mess. I don't blame a lot of people who have very violent reactions towards J.K. Rowling, and for like, supporters of the series, and of the games. I'm not going to string up people for it, but even though if I wouldn't encourage it, but yeah, I've made my sense.
Yeah,
absolutely, hands down. I'm not gonna disagree on that.
I don't know if this kind of makes Slug's behavior make sense, but I did take the official Sorting Hat challenge or quiz or whatever, and turns out I am House Slytherin.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
I wouldn't even know where I'm in. I've been told I belong in all 4 of them because of how chaotic my tendencies are. Because apparently I pulled from all 4 houses. So I
think ultimately it would be either Gryffindor or Slytherin for you, depending on how where things swing.
Well, one of my buddies said I was a Hufflepuff, and I was like, "Is that good? I don't know what this means."
Maybe. It's the dorky house.
Hufflepuff is admittedly the most humble, quote unquote, of the 4. They're the most kind of nonchalant, and peaceful, for lack of a better term.
Oh, I don't believe in peace. Chaos was always an option.
Fair. Where are we going with this? Right, Harry Potter.
What's up, Tilly?
Yeah. I'm about to go to the next topic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We can move on. We can move on
for it.
Okay, this one, I was stoked about when you heard it, but I thought it was fucking weird. But here, try to figure out the thumbnail.
Okay. I do not know Sport Ball.
Okay, I know that's John Madden, but he's been gone.
Okay, that's John Madden. Is there a new Madden game coming out?
No.
There always is.
What is this? Is this a movie?
Keep going.
Is Nicolas Cage going to be in a fucking Madden sports movie?
Ding.
Is he going to be John?
What the fuck?
Is he going to be fucking John Madden?
Correct.
Hold the fuck up.
Okay.
I need information. I need to understand this.
I will give fuck. I forgot his name. The actor. Nicolas Cage. I will give credit where credit's due. He's got range. He could do almost anything.
Oh, yes.
But I don't know if he'd be able to pull off John Madden. I think that might be a little bit out of his wheelhouse. But
Nicolas Cage.
I've seen Nicolas Cage do roles that he should not have been able to do, so I will give him a benefit of a doubt. It's kind of like
nothing else.
It's kind of like when people give Heath Ledger shit for playing the Joker, and then they end up, phenomenal.
Yes. I will at least give this. If it is a Nick Cage movie, will it be a good movie or not? I mean, I don't know. Will it be an entertaining movie? Absolutely.
That man's
Like,
facial expressions alone are worth ticket prices.
yes, Nicholas Cage, seeing Nicolas Cage and whatever the fuck he does and whatever insanity is going to be thrown down, I am disturbed but intrigued of whatever the hell this is gonna be.
John Madden was always like an unhinged son of a bitch when he came on that one comedy show.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But he was also
I don't know a lot about John Madden.
He was originally a football coach, and he got a job being one of the announcers during a lot of the games. And so a lot of the games in the actual sport of football, a lot of the games he was a commentator and everything. And a lot of the games, since he was one of the biggest commentators, they named the series Madden after him. And a lot of the time, in a lot of the older games, he voiced a lot of his own lines. Now there was a stigma for the longest time for the Madden releases called the Madden curse, because until 2001, I want to say, every person who was on the cover of Madden ended up getting hurt and was out for the rest of the season.
Okay.
The only reason I know this, both of my brothers are big football fans, and they're big Madden fans. I learned it through them.
I know very little about the sport ball. My family watches it occasionally. I never got super into it. The only like actual tournaments and like sport competitions I ever watched some capacity of were esports, specifically StarCraft. Like StarCraft 2 and RTSs. Otherwise, this is all Greek to me.
I did love listening to Total Biscuit doing announcements during StarCraft.
Yes, rest in peace.
And Shoutcraft. Also, if I may do a little bit of news considering Total Biscuit, Tilly.
What's up?
There was a. Sorry, I'll let you go.
In Space Marine 2, during the credits at the very end,
cool.
there was a memorial that said "In loving memory of John Bain," quotations Total Biscuit.
That's great.
I was very happy to see that, and the first time
I was surprised to hear about that, but yes, it is very nice.
He was a very big Warhammer fan. And I remember him when he was doing his WTF series, or WTF is series. He did one for Space Marine, the original Space Marine, and he was having a lot of fun with that. Granted, he only got to play the demo, which only had 2 chapters in it, but he had a lot of time. He's like, "This is how a Warhammer game is supposed to feel." And I remember like at the start of his video, he's like, if I see any comment that says, "Oh, this is a Gears of War ripoff," I will literally come to your house and beat you to death with the 2nd edition rules. But I remember the first time I saw that in loving memory, I had a tear form in my eye. I was like, that is love right there.
Yeah.
So I will, and I've always loved Total Biscuit. He was one of the first guys that I discovered as far as like YouTube commentators go, and his name carried weight.
Oh yes, hands down. Like, yeah, we could go on about the praises of Total Biscuit, and he deserves the utmost respect. Like, hands down.
That fucking image, I'll never get over that one, Tilly.
Is this the next image, or is this just another?
That's
go ahead.
Go mad with power there.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That was art till he got done, and I laughed my ass off when I first saw it.
It's just very cute.
Oh man, my hair is very floofy that day.
Oh yeah. Damn near Super Saiyan 3 level.
Yeah, I probably cooked up a slug right in there right now. But okay, next.
I wish my hair had volume. Anyway, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I have several questions.
Okay, I'm guessing no more lewd portraits in Final Fantasy 14.
Not exactly.
That's kind of already been a thing technically. That doesn't stop people.
Square Enix ain't gonna do shit about that.
Did he make some sort of public message about the lewd the lewd scene in FF14?
14?
Or is it wait?
A little closer.
No,
Did I
that's
misread that?
16. That's 16.
Oh, that's 16. Oh shit, wrong one. Damn it. I forgot my Roman numerals.
I'm
So-
guessing something sexual is kind of cut out at 16. I'm guessing.
No.
Did people do a bunch of not safe for work modding for FF16 that he put the ban hammer on?
You're getting pretty warm.
Okay.
No lewd art.
I can say because you're pretty close. So, basically, now that 16's officially dropped on PC, he's kindly asked, could we just please just know or like chill on the whole lewd mods and whatnot. And everyone replied to him. I was shocked. Everyone I know replied to him respectfully, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's funny.
yeah, it's like
Or it's
like,
fascinating.
Yeah, Clive, he's gained some fucking titties or stuff like that. You know, like, yeah, like we love Yoshi P with all our hearts. You're Final Fantasy Jesus, but no, we're getting our horny in. It's basically
Also,
what everyone's told him.
It's
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a big fan of 14 anymore because I dropped off because I'm like, okay, I can't do this no more. I will say this.
it is an investment. I
It's a
I
very
will
big
absolutely say.
investment.
Like I'm
But,
tempted to retire myself. Like, I want to at least finish the story.
But I will say this.
Mm.
Yoshi P, take a fucking nap, my guy.
Oh yeah, he looks so tired in that picture.
I will always say this, and it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen him do.
What?
It was earlier this year, before Dawnbreaker or
Dawn Trail.
Dawn Trail was released. He was talking about it coming out, and he's like, "I'm gonna, I guess you noticed that there was a delay in the release date." And he's walking around on the stage with his hands behind
And
his
he
back.
does it in the broken English. Elden Ring DLC. You have 1 week.
Just the way he said Elden Ring DLC, the smart assness of it.
Yes.
And he
Oh,
was like,
mwah.
I loved it, but I can also give credit. He's like, I wanted to, because he wanted to play Elden Ring as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah,
And he was like-
there's a lot of respect for both companies.
And he was like, you get 1 week
So
because I want to play it too.
I imagine on launch day you have to
Mhm.
work, so it's just.
Yeah.
Like, I
Mhm.
think it was you, Tilly, who told me this. Like, if Yoshi P ever stopped being the primary director of Final Fantasy 14, he would be their biggest fucking critic of anything that went wrong. He'd be on the forums daily. I think you're the one who told me this.
No, I didn't tell you that. But what I told you is that he said that if he ever like lost his job for whatever reason, he would just become a streamer. So
I can see that.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
can absolutely see that.
Like-
That would be hilarious.
He would have an instant, massive fan base because he's universally loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Um,
I just wonder, would he play with all the rings, or would he take the rings off?
I don't know. I remember there was one stream where every time his party wiped, he downed a glass of wine.
Oh God!
That is. Oh my God. That's
What
beautiful.
what a champion! As an alcoholic, I could get behind this. I don't do as I say, not as I do.
Editor's note: we do not encourage alcoholism on the Tavern Tilly's live stream. Live stream podcast. I can words.
We are
I was
happy
gonna-
to hear that.
Yeah, if you got funny stories, let us know.
Oh dear. Going back to the not safe for work portion of things though in the modding scene. It's funny because I did a bit of research into like the not safe for work animation scene, and like the Rule 34 animations and stuff like that, and like it's actually fascinating seeing like the animators and their careers and like the weird love and passion is a weird word to say in this context, but you know what I mean, like. there's
Oh,
there's a lot of there's a lot of genuine love for the thirst aside, you know,
there's a lot of
because
something involved.
yeah, get your jokes out now. But there is like a lot of the modding scene and the not safe for work scene comes from a genuine love for these games and for the love of these characters. You know, and and admittedly, to some capacity, it extends the memory in a weird way of a lot of these characters. You know, for a long time. I mean, there's one particular reason why Overwatch is staying relevant. You know,
It's up for the gameplay.
unfortunately.
I laughed my ass off because Overwatch, they were like, "Oh, we put a coding in, so that way people couldn't crack the code and make not safe for work animations." It was gone. It was broken in 24
That
hours.
was cracked immediately. Yeah, like it's because admittedly, as much as the gameplay and Blizzard themselves are kind of been lacking, I've heard they've been kind of on the upturn recently, but I'm still a little skeptic.
From what I read, War Within is actually turning out very well.
It's on a good upturn, but I still want to wait and see. Either way, like there, you know, like the amount of smut that has been created of these characters it's there for a reason. As you know, like attractiveness aside, these are like compelling characters. They're you know they're compelling characters and they have good character design.
Sex sells.
Yeah, I mean, true, yes, but like
I will say, it is the universal truth. Sex sells.
You can't sell like a character on thirst alone. Yeah, it gets your foot in the door, but it doesn't keep the sustainability. Sorry, I went on a tangent there.
Also, I think one reason for his concerns too is that there are apparently some underage characters.
Yes.
So,
yeah, that's where I kind of draw the line.
Don't lewd the underage.
Yeah, like
it's like the whole thing with Kana from Kobayashi Dragon Maid. Don't
that's a messy area. I know there's a lot of gray area on like aging up characters as well, and that's a whole discussion for another time.
I mean, me and Tilly went on this tangent a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's
Pardon?
Check out that D20.
What the hell?
Is that Kana?
What?
It's hard to tell. What am I looking at? Like for some reason, my brain initially interpreted like I see the back of the head and the horns of Kana, but I'm like, no, that's not what I'm looking at.
It's a chocobo.
That's a chocobo? Oh my God! Wow, my brain. Maybe it's just because we just talked about Kobayashi, but like my brain, my mind was already primed to look for that.
Okay. Speaking
I
of
see it
foreign
now.
mods, onto our next story.
Oh boy. Okay.
I am pleased that you put me on this.
I mean, I've known that the not safe for work modding scene for Baldur's Gate 3 has been a wildfire since its release.
Yep.
But I don't know about any recent memories.
Well,
recent history.
In the recent patch, it basically put an in-game mod saying in there. So basically, you don't have to download or attach or mod the game. It's inside the game.
Oh,
So
there's internal mod support.
Yeah.
Oh,
now
that is going to help a lot of people.
I will say this: I have tested this recently because I started a new campaign. I started a new Dark Urge campaign run through, and like I was telling Nate beforehand, I've already finished the story. I have nothing to prove. I'm doing on the easy mode now just to see what I've missed, because there is a lot of easily missed content in that game. Now, that does not have the thousands of mods that are like on Love Nest or
Loveents.
No, not Loveents. It's Love something or another. It's
Lover's Lab.
Lover's Lab, thank you. And it doesn't have all the ones from Nexus either, but it does have a fair amount of mods on there, and a lot of them are quality of life changes. Some name changes, a couple of character patches. Like one of them was like the beta version of Minthara, the beta version of Karlak.
Interesting.
One of the ones I love are barrels now stacked. Gold is weightless.
Okay.
But a lot of the ones that are on Nexus have still yet to migrate over to that one. So I would say give that one time. Uh,
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that this is going to explode. No pun intended, given the artwork you used.
I mean, her boobs
Um,
oh yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Well, yeah. Okay.
But
It's also funny you use this one specifically because in my run through of Baldur's Gate 3, I'm also playing a good aligned Dark Urge for my first run through, which I know is a controversial decision. And I am currently trying to romance Karlak
Karlak
as my main option.
Karlak is best girl. Fight me.
I'll fight you because I'm with Team Lizelle. She'll fight you.
I'll fight
Okay.
Lizelle. I'm not afraid.
Anyways.
Now, there's a lot to enjoy about all of the Baldur's Gate 3 characters.
Oh,
but yes.
definitely. Every one of them have a. At first, I didn't like Lizelle and Shadowheart. The only ones I really don't care for are Gale and Will because Will specifically because Will is a Boy Scout, and I have never liked Boy Scout characters. Gale, I can kind of tolerate. Lizelle and Shadowheart eventually won me over whenever I did their stories. But in my opinion, Karlak and Minthara are the best girls. Astarion, well, everybody loves Astarion.
Yes. Avoid
Yes.
going too deep into spoilers because I still need to play it.
Here's an alternate version of this thumbnail.
I see.
I approve.
They're even. Those are. Yeesh. Is that an actual person, by the way? Is that an actual cosplayer, or is that
No, that's render. That's an art. That's an
artist
file.
rendered. Okay. I was looking at this. I was like, that's not AI generated, is it? I don't think so.
I do laugh that I do laugh that you're personally calling me out on this, and I'm going to say, how dare you say something? How dare you say something that's completely true?
I know a lot of people have called Karlak mommy, and I'm still.
In the game later on, she says, "Stick close to Mama K."
Right, and I understand that. I'm still hesitant to lump her into the mommy space.
Oh, wait till you see
as a character.
Wait till you see her romance scenes, you'll understand.
Fair. I will reserve judgment. Until then, but
at some point.
I will say Karlak is the best cinnamon roll. She has the personality of a golden retriever, and
yes.
I will always love Karlak. No one can convince me otherwise. And I am delirious of the day when that website Cameo, where you can have some pay a celeb or VA or something to give like a birthday message or a roast.
Oh, how many like thirst trap requests are there for the Karlak voice actor?
Well, I'm delirious when Samantha Bayar becomes available again because my buddy Jake has already told me that he is going to get one from Samantha, basically telling me nothing but good things in Karlak's voice. Because last year, my buddy Ben got me a cameo from John St. John, the voice actor.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's so fucking dope.
After this recording, Nature, I will pull it up for you and I'll stream it up for you.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be down to check that out.
It's funny as hell.
Here's some guy who would never get money on Cameo. That's thumbnail.
Oh boy.
Adam Sessler?
Oh. What? No.
I actually don't know who this is.
You ever heard of
He's wearing
Who?
No, I know he's wearing a Postal shirt. I know. I have heard plenty about the Postal games. Sorry, I talked over you.
Who is this, Tilly?
It's Uwe Boll.
Never heard of him.
I don't know who that is.
But essentially, this guy, these guys kind of gave the video game movies the bad rep because he makes very shitty movies. He made the Blood Rain movies, The Name of the King, several.
Okay.
And he eventually people got tired of shit being told to fuck off. But it was funny because going back to the Borderlands story, Randy Pitchford was kind of getting very salty on Twitter, and so he's trying to hype like Borderlands 4 is kind of like damage control. And even Bully Bull's like, if you want, I'll direct your next film. But yeah, look at this guy's career. He's classy.
Yeah.
He's
oh
big,
god.
man. Like he would actually do like celebrity not celebrity like boxing matches with his critics, just like beat up his critics.
Oh, really?
I was going to say, for a second, I thought you were about to talk smack on Celebrity Death Matches. Like, you watch out now. I love that show growing up.
He probably would have died on it.
No.
But like, and so
him trying to fist fight his fucking reviewers.
Yeah.
Oh god.
No, that's always a bad look.
Yeah.
That never looks good.
Take criticism with grace, people.
Yeah, like
the fact he's wearing a postal. Sorry, I keep talking over you. Go ahead.
Oh, it's because like he would like essentially he would use like insurance loopholes to make profit on his films that's crash and burn anyway.
Yeesh.
So with the postal thing though, he actually came like, you know what, I'm gonna start a Kickstarter for $2.5 million to make Postal 2.
Wasn't there already a Postal 2?
I was about to say, hold the fuck up. There already was a Postal 2.
Or another Postal sequel, but
Or are you talking like a Postal? Okay, yeah.
Oh,
okay, that's right. Because there was a Postal movie. There was not a Postal 2 movie.
Oh, I never knew there was a Postal movie, and that's probably a good thing.
I learned about it by my buddy Josh. Past that, I don't know anything about it.
All I know is that the Postal games are never. I do not like them for multiple reasons.
Asshole Simulator.
Yeah, it was like edgy violence for the sake of edgy violence. It seemed like at the time.
Even as a resident asshole here, even I can't endorse some of the stuff on.
It was excessive.
Yeah,
is where I kind of see it. Yeah,
like using a cat as a silencer.
Yeah, no, that's
yeah, no. It's a point where it's excessive and it's just kind of mind numbing. Like,
which that is in the movie, by the way.
Oh God.
So
yeah, don't do that. Don't do that to Fluffy.
Yeah. Sadly, it's one of his best movies.
Ugh.
But so he
in like the pile of shit, there is one that is vaguely like not slightly less consistency of feces.
I mean, you polish a turd, it's still a turd.
Yeah, like one good part where like the main character's like, I think he's waiting at the DMV or something, and there was a fucking line, and so he just starts like silently like stealth killing everyone in line to get to the front of the line, and then once he gets up there, we're closed.
Okay, in his defense, who hasn't been to the DMV and wanted to kill everybody?
Yeah.
Right. I was gonna say that's like out of context. That's a good bit.
Anyways.
But like, yeah.
Back into context.
I think that was a big thing in Postal 2 as well.
He asked it for $2.5 million to make a sequel. He made a whopping $850.
Lol, get shit on.
Yep.
Not 100,000.
This does not surprise me.
Yeah.
Because like Postal isn't even really relevant anymore.
No, it died off in the early on.
It died off in like very early on.
I make more in a month than he made in a Kickstarter. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeesh.
So, but it looks like here's $1. Here's $1.
Yeah.
It's
a $1 to wipe your ass with.
Yeah, I imagine Logan would probably be the only one who'd be like, okay, I'll give you $1
to see if you make something, because chaos.
I mean, even if memory serves, like the original Postal movie wasn't even all that. Didn't cost all that much, I don't think.
I don't think so. It didn't look like it. It probably might have cost like $1 million or something, because it was actually one of it. I said it actually wasn't that terrible, at least as far as production wise.
Yeah, because if it only cost $1 million, even in 2000s, $1 million is nothing to work with.
Well, it took place in modern day, so you don't have to spend so much money on sets and stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's like Blood Rain, that's like medieval times and stuff.
Yep.
And also, but yeah, Mini-Me from the Austin Powers movie was in it, and he's kind of one of the best parts.
Vern Troyer was in it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's something at least, but like...
I mean, I guess tie a big name to it, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. I still need to watch the Austin Power movies, like fully through. I've only ever seen clips.
If you turn your... If you turn your brain off, it's great.
Oh,
That's kind of the vibe I got. It's like they're good like shut off brain movies.
There's a lot of
They're entertaining movies, whether or not
there's
they're
a
considered
lot of
quality movies.
there's a lot of funny innuendos.
speaking of news,
Yeah,
that's gonna shut off your
yeah.
brain.
Oh boy. I heard. Oh yeah, I heard a lot of people
yeah.
did not like Veilguard.
I'm against it.
Not quite.
I still need to play.
Hold on, are they
need to play further
Are they going to charge for like weapons and potions and whatnot?
I wouldn't be surprised, but that's you're not quite.
Oh. I mean, it's EA.
Where are microtransactions coming into this?
It's EA. Give it time.
What's Slug doing over there?
She's pirating.
Oh, or is she just stealing the CD?
Wait, are they going to go pure discless?
No. Well, it depends on the edition.
What?
So.
What? Oh,
should we keep guessing?
Is there something weird special with the physical edition?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what's the statue?
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So, of course, with big RPGs, they make they make collector's editions. Pay $150+ and you get a statue, like a little potion bottle, a jewel case, a map, whatever.
Something that's at least kind of interesting. Yeah.
This little plastic magic sword, all this cool shit, but it doesn't come with the game.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Blizzard did the same thing with Diablo 4.
Why?
So yeah,
I mean, okay.
like $50+, and you still gotta pay like $60-$70.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are in the digital age in which physical copies of games are becoming less and less.
That's not an addition. That's what's advertised. That's just that's accessories. That's
right.
That's merch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Like the fact that even like the physical edition is there's so much like there's so many barriers. There's so many financial barriers in place to even get the have like the decent physical copy that doesn't even come with all of the cool shit.
Yeah, no.
Like
I got collection editions that came with digital code for the game, but you don't even get.
Oh
that.
yeah. Yeah, like my copy of Valhalla that I got, it came with a statue of Eivor, a couple other things as well, and it gave me the digital code to get the game.
And that's at least nice. That's at least cool.
Oh yeah, I have two statues. Or I take it back. I have two collector's edition statues. I have one of Eivor from Valhalla, and I got one of Edward Kenway from Black Flag.
Ooh, nice.
But I also got some stuff from like BlizzCon that when they were doing their big boy bundles and everything. I even have a statue that is still in the box of Garrosh Hellscream.
Oh, nice.
Oh boy.
Like I don't think it's worth a damn, but it's still.
Yeah,
it's still in the box.
Yeah.
Garrosh is Garrosh.
I love Garrosh. Garrosh did nothing wrong.
He's garish.
I see what you did there.
I'm not. We're not. I'm not. I already have some strong opinions on Garrosh, and I have a friend who has even stronger opinions.
I will defend my boy to my last breath.
I'll let you all talk about that. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and we're gonna tell our final 9 topics.
Okay.
Right on.
If we come from Garrosh as a character you're meant to love to hate, Garrosh is admittedly a good villain in that context. You know
why he got made into a villain, right?
God, it's been so fucking
The
long.
fan base hated him in Cataclysm because they said he was too mean, so they villainized him, and Blizzard said, "Fuck it."
Blizzard just kind of leaned into it and be like, you know what, sure.
Yeah, like originally he was not supposed to be the final boss of Pandaria.
Which, admittedly, I don't think that's a bad. I don't think that's a bad direction.
I don't know. They gave us warlords.
Yeah, I have mixed feeling. Now, granted, I realize I come from a lot of this from I followed a lot of the lore and the story. I never actually played the game physically myself.
I played it.
All I ever really played was the starter edition over and over again. Because
I played back in vanilla.
I followed the lore of World of Warcraft pretty heavily.
Like I said, I have
Up
seen
and
this game evolve over the years.
hmm Yeah, I followed the lore of the game up until around like mid to late Draenor ish, where I was like, okay, I'm kind of starting to
Okay,
peter off.
I'll say this:
Um,
Vanilla, great. TBC, eh. Wrath, phenomenal. Cataclysm, meh.
mhm.
Cataclysm, Mr. Pandaria, great. Warlords, trash. Legion, phenomenal. One of the best. Battle for Azeroth, trash. Shadowlands, even more trash. Dragon
Trash.
Dragonflight, I had a good time with it, but
Hmm.
I'm also a dragon fucker.
Fair
The war
enough.
with
You know.
the war within, I'm not trying it.
I've heard WoW has been on the upturn.
Oh yeah,
Um,
it's
like
skyrocketed. It is
yeah,
skyrocketed. Like one of my
like
friends,
they're starting to recover somewhat.
it will
And
never get
bring some
back to
people
the
back
point.
to the game.
It'll never get back to the
Oh
point
yeah.
where it's at Wrath of the Lich King, but
Hmm.
Wrath of the Lich King also
Yeah.
had one of my favorite villains in it.
Hmm. I think a lot of the complaints I have about Garrosh as a character are more so about how he was written rather than like the character
Okay.
himself.
His character was he was it was problem they didn't really have the community just outright hated him, and I'm like, you also got to remember, Thrall at the time, the war chief, was raised by humans. He had a lot of human
Hmm.
tendencies. Garrosh was
Oh,
not.
I still
Garrosh was raised
sorry.
by orcs. He ran the horde as the orc would run it.
Oh, I still have a lot of other complaints on some of the later WoW lore editions. Um,
Thrall
but
cheated.
again, that's hmm.
So
Yeah,
anyway, so
that now is not here is not the place for that.
but from what we
Um,
hear, no, Velgard isn't that bad. Now people see more gameplay stuff. But,
yeah,
Yeah, like
I
I
know a
said,
lot of I know some people had complaints about Veilguard, but like it doesn't look like it doesn't look like it's going to be god awful. I don't know if it's
it
going to be great.
to me the animation and the style doesn't look like Dragon Age, and
Hmm.
I'm just at the same time, Inquisition did not leave a good taste in my mouth either. Like
yeah, it's been a long
I
time
think
since Inquisition.
Hmm.
I got, I,
I
I got about
I will also
40 hours into it, and I was like, I'm done.
I will also admit that is
Same.
another game that has been sitting in my Steam library that I have yet to play.
Yeah, Inquisition's like
I've
it just drags on too long, but I'll eventually finish it.
Yeah, I should say I have all I think I'm most of the Dragon Age games, if not all of them, up until like one of the two of the recent ones.
Not that many.
And I need to play them at some point. Yeah.
But
Shit, I need to finish Mass Effect 3.
but
Anyway,
yeah,
sorry.
I love the woke as fuck design myself, but
Mhm.
also
Oh no,
the
I'm talking about the shading, the coloring, like the design itself. It doesn't look like a Dragon Age.
Oh,
Um,
just like
it kind
the
of looks like it takes place in the Shadow Glen, you know, like the Night Elf home zone, because they're like dark and
let me
purple.
see Veilguard.
But
Let me look at this. Okay.
I mean, Origins was still my favorite. I didn't very like Awakening, the DLC for that. And Dragon Age 2, I was like, I mean, I'm glad that we got a
That's my
protagonist
favorite.
that wasn't silent, but at the same time, it was kind of mid.
It is,
Like
but
Hmm.
it's a
I
balance.
finished it. Like
Yeah, they
the
did.
Aeroshock was my favorite character in that one.
Who is?
Hmm.
The Aeroshock,
Oh, okay.
the Kunari leader.
Oh, okay. And I just feel like the
Mhm.
game has just need more maps. You know, 'cause you're like retrying a lot of familiar ground.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
And but also I want to support one of my favorite voice actresses is playing the main character in Velgard, Eric Ishii.
Oh yes, Eric
I
Ishii's fucking phenomenal.
I guess I don't know him or
Oh,
her or whoever they are.
Eric Ishii is a voice actress. She
I
did a bunch of stuff for Beyond 20
and
with Brendan Lee Mulligan, a bunch of other folks.
oh yeah, she's got started Critical
Um,
Role this last campaign.
yeah.
I only watched
Let me see.
season 1 or season 2 of CR.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can find some stuff that she did recently.
Yeah, I was going to say because
Um,
Tilly knows this. My favorite voice actor is Patrick Seitz.
Hmm.
Oh, I thought I told you.
No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he was a voice actor for Well, you played Dawn of War 2 Retribution, right?
No.
Disgaea 3?
No.
Hang on, I'll find something that he's done that I know.
Can I look at the filmography here?
Helsing Ultimate?
Okay, I'm aware of that one. Who do you play?
Oh.
He was Luke Valentine.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
He
it's
was
such a big old
Jiren.
role, so.
He was Jiren in Dragon Ball Super. The
I
last
only
few
watched the
games.
Japanese on that one, so yeah, I really never heard this guy.
Scorpion for the last couple Mortal Kombat games. Gamagori from Kill la Kill.
Was he the big guy?
Yeah, the really big guy.
Yeah.
The English voice actor in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He was Dio Brando.
Didn't watch that either. So I really struck out this guy. Sorry. So what's how you spell his last name?
Seitz.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, his IMDb here. Let's see here.
But the roles I knew him for, he was the voice actor for Garrosh, and he was also the voice actor for Captain Bloodflag.
Oh yes. Okay, I recall who this guy is now. He did a bunch of other voices for Blizzard, if I remember.
Yeah, he did. He was also Arthas Menethil in the
yeah. Of course, now I'm looking at all the stuff for Erika Ishii and what voices she did, and of course, I haven't played most of these games.
Yeah, definitely a big strikeout. This guy, I think.
Oh, you played StarCraft 2, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was Artanis.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, you got one. All right.
I was gonna say I remember being a pretty big repertoire.
At least he's been around for a while. StarCraft 2 is getting old now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, is he still affiliated with Blizzard?
I think he's a contractor,
Okay.
I think they contract him. Because, like I said, I think the last role he did was Garrosh, as a leading role anyway.
Okay, so got some good news with voice acting.
What's that?
So, you remember last time I got pretty hot with the whole SAG-AFTRA bowing down to the AI?
Yep. I remember that.
We have a follow-up.
Oh.
Oh, they denied it.
Over 80 studios have been signed that said now say no to AI.
Right
nice.
On. Yeah, because the whole thing was actors and actresses and that they did not want their voices to be replicated via AI, and I can understand that completely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a very messy.
It's a very slippery slope. Like if someone can't, like, there's only a few things I would forgive AI for doing a voiceover. Like if a voice actor suddenly has to go through throat surgery or something to do with their voice, and they can't talk, and they only have if they only have like a few more lines to deliver, but they can't physically do it. If they ask the VA's permission to do those few lines, I would be okay with that.
I think AI is still in its very Wild West stages.
It is,
where there is not a lot of regulation, and
it is very dangerous. You know, like I'm not gonna lie, some of my favorite shitposts online are like the videos of like Biden, Trump, Obama, Bush, and all. They were like best friends. Like they go to SeaWorld, or they're playing video games together. I'm not gonna lie, those are very entertaining shitposts. But at the same time, those are also very dangerous, because someone could hone in onto your voice, get your voice just perfect, and then make you say the most unhinged shit, and then say, "Oh, huh?"
I mean, that's not really Trump.
No.
Oof.
I mean, they have like one of my favorite ones is they have Trump and Biden Bush and Obama go to a Ren fair.
Oh yes, I saw a handful of those a couple like about a year or two back.
I can totally
There-
see Trump and Obama making a Zelda tier list.
Like there's a
So
like
clearly, of course.
like they had a tier list of like who are your favorite anime waifus, and Biden and Obama and Trump, they're all a part of it.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's a very complicated scenario, and I think a lot of it in the current stages comes down to A, the intent behind it, and B, how upfront you are.
Like
Like
if it's for fun, if it's for funsies and everything, and if the people voice, who they're doing the AI doing the interpretations of, if they're cool with it, then
Yeah.
I'd be okay with it, because sometimes for funsies it's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. It's something that I'm not fully against, and it's like I think it's something that needs more regulation before
Exactly.
I feel more comfortable using a lot more personally, if
I
at
get
all. And that comes with AI art in general, like
Yeah.
voice,
I-
voice, image, whatever. Um, and that's a whole conversation itself on
Yeah, no,
AI.
I do not like AI art.
It's overall, I think it is a tool that can use more refinement and can have the capacity for being used for good things, but it is not in the stage. It's in a stage where we need more regulation.
It's
And
in
it
its
needs better.
it's in its
It's
infancy.
infancy. Yeah.
Speaking of art, that actually brings up our next topic.
Oh yeah. What's up?
Hey, good
Yeah.
timing. Oh God, what's happening at Bungie?
Oh God.
What is this Bob Ross painting looking ass? Like,
How did
is
Slug
this
do?
is Bob Ross stealing an AI generated Bob Ross picture and a fucking bear? I can't look and see what the artist's like
Well, just random
signature is
paintings.
on that.
But
Oh, there's two random paintings. Okay, cool.
But Bungie has been caught stealing other people's art for their game Destiny
Oh, really?
for
I'm not surprised.
for the third time.
Okay, one time I can understand. Two times,
No, I
okay.
can't.
Okay.
I can't.
well,
No,
I can't.
I draw the
Well, no,
line to one.
Bad phrasing on my part. Okay, the first time, okay, you got caught. Don't do it again. Second time,
Yes.
you're already warned once. You do it again, you're gonna get punished. Third time, fuck you, go to jail.
I would have drawn the line at the second.
Well,
but yeah, I see what you mean. I understand what you mean. Like, this is already too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this is
you
such
know.
an easy, fits. Like it could be good PR. It's like, all right, fans, make some art and that go into the game.
Yes.
And the winner can get the $200 or something.
Hey, there you go.
Absolutely.
That's the way to
Bring
do
on,
it. Do an art contest.
Yeah.
Yeah, art contests, get fan commissions. Like that would that would be such good PR. And B, like that's actually like a pretty fucking base thing to do. Like, and actually acknowledge your community and the people who have
Right?
love for this game. Like,
Oh fucking hell,
oh,
Bungie! You have gone down the shitter.
uh,
Everyone's like, "Oh, Bungie got out from under the thumb of Sony! Yay!" That's when everything went downhill for them.
mhm.
Freaking guy.
I still have no respect for Sony in the slightest. I have more respect for the companies that they have bought than the company itself.
I'm still mad at fucking Sony because they pardon.
Helldivers.
Well, that that piled on.
Arrowhead got fucking shafted by Sony, hands down.
But my gripe with Sony and Tilly, me and Tilly have counter arguments about this, is because they have been censoring a lot of their art. Like there was a game, I can't remember what came out, but they had art books that came out with it. They censored the art books for the Sony version, but the Nintendo Switch version, that the art was not censored.
What?
And it wasn't even bad. Like it wasn't even lewd or anything. It was like bikinis.
Right. Like, okay, like
Like
there's got to be something internally going on there.
and
I would think.
and one I can't remember what game it was. They were announcing new characters, and they had Japanese Twitter and the American version. The Japanese
Hmm.
Twitter, it had full body pictures of the males and the females and everything. And when it came to the
Mm-hmm.
American pictures, the males were full body, but the females, it was only from their shoulders up.
This
And it,
this weirdly does not surprise me.
and I am vehemently against censorship.
Like if you're gonna do it, at least be consistent. You know,
Right.
like if that's what you're gonna do, sure,
Yeah,
whatever. I have my own opinions on it, but like the fact that it was done so inconsistently, like
and
Yeah.
if it
it's that thing. What's good for the
is
goose is good for the gander.
Yeah, kind of like
yeah.
for example, like with Miss Kobayashi, we already made that one feminist line in that one
Yep.
episode. I'm like, why just change one random line in a filler episode? Like, if you're gonna go all out, start censoring the fuck out of these characters. Totally change the narrative. Change the script up.
Mm-hmm.
Like multiple. It's like actual change the shit instead of just like try to slip in one line. Um,
I have a lot of mixed feelings on Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, but that's also a whole other
and
thing.
or
Yeah.
more of a Sony-based one when they added in apparently a little update to FF7 remake where they censored Young Tifa's cleavage for a 1-minute scene.
Hmm.
It's
Yep.
like what's the point of just a 1-minute scene? It's like, yeah.
And I've ran into the people say, "Oh, well, why is it a big deal that it was censored?" I was like, "Why was it such a big deal that it had to be censored?"
That's my question too. Like, it was just a 1-minute scene. It's like, it's like she's in that outfit a lot more than just that one scene. Like, what the heck?
Yeah,
Like that's just been
Mm-hmm.
bizarre. Like just censor the whole freaking outfit.
like that was her cowgirl outfit, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's just like it's just a scene when she's holding her dying father. So it's
Yeah.
like why just one particular scene? Just censor the whole outfit, change the outfit. Put her in her avid children outfit. No one
Mm-hmm.
bitched about that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I mean, me and her agree on a lot of things,
Yeah.
and that's why me and her are really good friends. But there are things, obviously we're not going to agree on everything. There are things we do not agree with, but we're also good enough friends where like we'll agree to disagree.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't agree with 100% of all of my takes, you fucking freak?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
no.
Like I'm kind of roll with these more sex negative political stances, but even some are like a little weird. Okay, that was a weird hill to fight or to die on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're like, why did this happen? Like even both of us were like, okay, this makes no sense in either one of our camps. What the fuck's going on here?
That's it's unfortunate, but a little hilarious. Like after you air at the end of the argument, I'm like, wait, why are we fighting again?
It's one of those things like, dude, it's happened more often than it's more common than you think. Both of us are like, what the fuck is going? Even like both of us are like, we're both confused on this. What kind of hot take is this?
Like like I would have been like y'all should have like shrank Tifa's titties more and covered her up more, throughout the rest of the game. But like let's just block her cleavage in a 1-minute scene. Like, huh?
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
What's funny too, because that was a big controversy. Like, don't shrink Tifa's titties, with the controversy. So, a friend of mine played a remake for the first time. He never played the original. It was his very first exposure to Final Fantasy VII. And
Yep.
when he saw this, this altered Tifa, this more realistic Tifa, he actually still thought she was a prostitute. His first impression of her.
Oh.
So it's like, see, Tifa did have a bit of a sexy, a
Yeah.
sexualized. Yeah, even like a
there was
looked at her tame version. It was like, oh, that's a hooker. Like, see,
there is a level of sexualization to Tifa's design, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
I do see that.
But yeah, it's like like I said, I'm okay if you want to change stuff, but like pick your battles or like go through with it. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. If you're gonna do something, dedicate to it. Don't be flippy floppy about it. I'm just like, because you're gonna get hate no matter what you do.
That's true. It doesn't matter what political
I'll
stance you are. You're gonna get hate no matter what.
Oh yeah, and I've learned to roll with it. That's why I've always
On the
told
topic
people,
of
like I've always told people, accept
Go.
constructive criticism. Don't be afraid of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. On the topic of consistency and thirst, I don't know if any of the images are going to talk about Monster Hunter Wilds at all, and some of the stuff that's been talked about that already.
No.
Oh, how the handler was everybody who thirsted for her
Well,
really
there's
hard.
that. She is very attractive. Well, and also the Smithy. But so I was more
haven't
referring
seen
to
the
the
Smithy.
fact that she's a blonde with freckles. It's very cute. Anyway, the fact that one of the big things that was talked about with Wilds recently is that the armor designs are no longer gender locked.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, in that like, because before it was it was the classic RPG thing of like, oh, the female designs are much more revealing than the male designs typically. Here with Wilds, they're removing that, and you can choose either or for male or female body types.
Oh, cool.
Which I am all 100% down for. Of like allowing that option and not having it just be gender locked. There is at least like if you're gonna have an outfit be slutty, at least allow for equality of both sides.
Oh, it was like whenever I think it was the 2B outfit in 14 got was announced to be for both genders and everything. I laughed my ass off, and as soon as I got it, screenshot. Took a picture of my Aura wearing it. I was like, I'm never wearing this again. It doesn't look right, but god damn it if it ain't funny.
It doesn't hurt to allow it to be an option is my usual take.
And I'm sure some right wingers are complaining about it.
Bite me.
Yeah. Fucking straight folks.
I could give two shits.
Oh, it's being consistency. Yeah, Bungie keep me still in that art. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're consistent in that.
Yeah, god damn it, Bungie. How many times have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Before too long, they keep on fucking around. They're gonna find out, and that studio is gonna get shut down.
Speaking of consistency, more Ubisoft news.
Oh boy. Oh, I know nothing about this.
I've heard about this, but I haven't heard a lot. Fill me in.
Basically,
wait.
Ubisoft is saying, please play more S5. We'll give you $9 every time you log in game currency.
What?
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, the game with very shitty looking skins, but you get $9 in-game currency every day you log in.
Wait, is this the Ubisoft like team-based shooter?
It's based off the franchises. So you have a Rainbow Six team, you have a freaking Watch Dogs team.
Yes. I've heard the game itself isn't bad, but there's a lot of like shitty quality of life stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Once you start getting to begging and everything, it's one of those things like, nope, you lost it.
Yeah, and but
that isn't. Yeah.
Although there are rumors of new teams coming, including a Just Dance team.
Okay. Actually, I would not be opposed to seeing that. That's kind of hilarious.
A Rabbids team.
Mixed feelings on that.
Templars. And
okay.
And the Skull and Bones Pirates.
Okay. All right. If they're trying to introduce new factions from the various Ubisoft titles, like okay.
Like for the Templars, are they going to take like the big baddies from the final bosses of the games?
I don't know, man. Like I imagine they're going to have like Hidden Blades.
I mean, if you're going to do that, put the assassins in there at least.
Maybe have like the Apple of Eden or something. I haven't played.
Why did they specify the Templars instead of the assassins?
I don't know.
Maybe because the Sturgo, is more modern and they make that technology with the Animus.
I don't know.
But even then, there's still modern stuff with the Assassin's Creed. Never mind.
You can have season 3 DLC. We'll see if Ezio for when we need more money.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Fair point. All right.
But yeah, so it's like.
Well, that's if Ubisoft survives that long. Yeah. I don't know if y'all was saying, but they're.
I don't think Ubisoft is going to die anytime soon, but they're definitely on the decline.
Well, I guess since we keep bringing up Ubisoft, Net Story.
I think I know where you're
Oh
going with
boy.
this.
Boom.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I guess I stand corrected.
Yeah, no, their stocks have plummeted, and they've also talked. The shareholders have also talked about basically doing a hostile takeover.
Oh, ooh.
Basically, they're wanting to get all the minority shareholders together with all the majority shareholders and basically do a hostile takeover of Ubisoft because they have been hemorrhaging money, and
Yeah.
it's basically been dropping like 10.
I'm not sure
It's
how that
basically
would
their
go.
stock has basically been dropping 10% almost weekly now. What
Yeah.
is I'm gonna look at
Hmm.
Ubisoft stock real quick.
But yeah, why does that?
Yeah,
Like
there is the gut reaction. Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
I'll say I kind of had a
Oh,
happy accident this thumbnail because I was just putting up all my my worried looking Tilly faces, and I actually put in like appropriate order because
Mm-hmm.
at first you got concerned Tilly
Yeah.
with its differential dip, then you have
Hmm.
oh shit Tilly in the middle part there, then fucking
and
everyone panic at the end there.
everyone panicked. The
Yes,
whole ship's on
it
fire.
is. It is growing intensity of
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, so right, as of today, Ubisoft stock prices $2.58.
Damn, I can only
This
lose Ubisoft.
this is the lowest Ubisoft has ever been.
Yeesh.
Like
Damn.
I can go
I.
back. I can go back 6 months. At Jan- July 17th was the highest it's been this year, and ever since it has been dropping. And ever since the fourth, it is at the fourth it was $3.40, and then it took a plummet to $2.55 or $2.48. This is the lowest Ubisoft has ever been. At this point, I honestly do not know if, like, in the last 6 months, it says it is down 36.33%.
Oh man,
It
Mm.
it will if
they
it does not turn about face right now, Ubisoft is going to be dead within the year.
yeah they're banking on a Star Wars Outlaws, which is not bad. It's just wasn't as record breaking as they hoped it would be, and it was a nice average release. And so now it's like if Shadows fails, they're super fucked.
Well, I
'Cause
also heard I heard
Hmm.
this about Star Wars Outlaws. Basically, you know how you had to pay like $100 dues to get the 3-day early access and everything.
oh that's stupid shit.
Well, they put out a patch and it basically nixed everybody's story progression.
Oof.
Uh, and you know
Oh.
what Ubisoft's consolation was for that?
What?
There wasn't another day or anything. Nope, it was a charm, an in-game
Oh,
charm.
that's definitely
Real
the
Cedos.
band-aid to put on the wound.
Like
That
Glad I wait till
definitely
it
I
went
don't,
over
release.
well.
I don't know if charms have an in-game function or if it's purely cosmetic. It's from what I understood, because there's Twitch shops for charms. My guess it's purely cosmetic, but you basically shelled out. It's like $70 for the base game. You shelled out $30 for a 3-day access, and you lost half of that.
So I just shilled out $17 for the Ubisoft access, and actually
Hmm.
was like one of my most viewed streams ever. I'll just kind of gonna
Hmm.
wait until the game is a little more stable on PC. Uh, yeah, because like the first stream, apparently it kind of like it killed the stream like 4 times,
Yeah,
and
no. From what
it,
I heard, like no one could stream it the first day.
yeah, and then it immediately got patched. And so yeah, it went well the second night, except and then it froze my whole computer, and near the end of the stream. So
It blue screened you?
Hmm.
it's froze the whole PC. Yeah, I don't get
Oh.
blue screen, but yeah, I can't click on anything, so I basically had to like use the Twitch app to raid somebody and then reset the PC.
You had to do a hard reset.
Yep. So like I'm gonna wait till this gets a little more stable. Um, but yeah, so it's like and also them being sued by Japan now.
Yep.
Oh, this ain't good.
Oh.
Yeah, because of the whole revisionist history that they did with Shadows.
Yep.
Like
Oh. Sorry. Yes. Okay.
one of the big
Right.
one of the big oopsies they did is they stole designs for one of their war banners, and it was a part of a reenactment group in Japan. and they caught shit. They caught hellfire for it. But the problem was, they said, "We'll take it out of the game, but we can't take it out of the collector's edition books."
Hmm.
Oh, I should probably already print it months ahead. So.
But yeah.
Also, sorry, but stupid. What were your thoughts on Star Wars Outlaws, by the way? Because I know you played a little bit of it, Tilly.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. I like those open world games where you kind of like go at your own pace, kind of relax a bit, and it also had a lot of quality of life things to make games easier in case you don't like challenge. So yeah, game really spoke to me. I think I'm not sure if my audience really cares for me to play slow paced games, but I'm very chill paced. But I think so. I think most of my views are out of curiosity. Because some people were like watching, and they were like, "This game looks cool," and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
from what I heard, the game itself was fine. I know there was a lot of complaints on like the stealth mechanics.
Yeah,
and
the bush of invisibility.
And also just how inconsistent about you getting caught was.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was some mandatory stealth sections. Not crazy about. And I thought it was gonna be overwhelming with the game because like, oh god, it's gonna be one of those like 400-hour games with 5 million quests and side quests. But no, it didn't seem that fast. But yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't mind revisiting it in a few months, provided Ubisoft is still around.
Yeah, hope.
If
I was about to say hopefully, but I'm like, I don't know what my take is now.
I don't have any hope for it. I'm like you on your.
Yeah.
We're, in my opinion, we're seeing the death throes right now.
Yeah. There's a part of me that there's a little crumb of hope of like, okay, if there is like a change in management with like the whole stock share thing, I can words. The stockholder like forced change in management. I don't know how that if that does end up being true, I'm not sure how that would go. Because on one hand there's the gut reaction of like, oh, anything's better than current Ubisoft, but like, nah, I'm skeptical.
Okay, on to another company that done fucked up a while ago.
Oh boy.
What did they do now?
What did Unity do this time?
They actually undid their fuck up. They finally dropped that runtime fee.
Really?
Okay, that's good.
That's thing that should have happened in the first place.
Right? Yeah, I agree. It never happened because they were going to charge per download.
Yep. I'm very consistent. Like, oh, let's install this many games. Now I want to clear up the hard drive space. I want to install these many games. Now I want to clear up my hard drive space. I'm very bad. I'm glad I never got like the freaking like data cap type of internet plans. Yeah.
Yep.
That they had in 2 months.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh right, yeah, I would have been ran out like in 3 days or something. But yeah, so they finally undid the saying that they should never have done in the first place. Whether they're going to recover is probably still not likely. Yeah, there's so many other developers like we're going to use
the damage has been done. Yeah.
Yeah, the damage has been done.
That's why I just put minimum effort in this one. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm at least glad like there's still some shit, like, because admittedly, Unity has so much of a fucking legacy for the games that have been made from it, and like.
Yeah, a lot of indie games have been made off of the Unity engine, and I've been told it is a very reliable and very very easy to learn engine.
Yeah, it's just a shame the company did a bunch of dumbass shit.
It's a point to a point. I am willing to forgive a lot of this, some of the kind of shitty tactics that some of these companies have to do to make money, because at the end of the day, that's the bottom line is to make money. But some of the practices, I'm looking at it like, nah, dude, you've overstepped your bounds. Like, I will still never forgive Ubisoft for their CEO basically saying gamers need to get comfortable with the idea of not owning their games. And I saw one of my favorite memes that was born from that is like, if paying is not owning, then pirating is not stealing.
Yes, absolutely, agreed.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think Pirate Software put it relatively decently. I forget the exact quote, but it was something along the lines of like,
"I love Thor."
Oh yeah, he's great. I don't agree with all of his takes, but he's still mad respect for the guy. I think the general message was like, if you're a company making a decision like this to make money, just be upfront and say you're doing this to make more money.
Yep.
Like,
I'd
don't
rather not
don't try to pull all of this like sidestep and like bullshit.
be honest with me. I'd rather an ugly truth than a pretty lie.
Exactly, and like at least they're being upfront about
Yep.
that type of shit. Like this is their actual reason why. Like talk to people like people. This is the long and short of it.
So,
Yeah.
that kind of brings us to our next topic, who, kind of like what you're all saying, indie-ish game, being up front, they want money and renown, but I kind of think they're really delusional.
Oh God.
I'm gonna be real. I've never touched Roblox
Same.
with like a 10
I
foot
saw
pole.
my freaking nephew plays it a lot, like, man, these are my fucking Let's Play.
I have a handful of other VTuber friends who do play Roblox. I know a lot. I know there's been some funky shit. There's actually been some surprisingly high quality shit that creators have made out of Roblox, like that one Call of Duty like shooter. That was made with Roblox. Had way too high quality that had any right to be.
I'm still kind of suspect of Roblox because I've also heard that there are a lot of unsavory rooms.
Yes,
that
is
are
also very true.
There are full-blown sex things in that game, and I'm like, this is a game for. Yeah, just like Second Life. Yeah, I'm like, this is a game for kids. Also, Tilly, I will never get over that cursed art of Slug. That thing still gives me nightmares.
She watches you sleep. What's wrong
boy.
with that?
I don't need her to watch me sleep. I have my sleep paralysis demon for that.
Yeah.
He does not need someone to take second shift.
Yeah.
Just slowly zooming into the pupils as the fire starts to grow. Like
basically, I took the Uwu cat meme and made a Slug version of it.
It's terrifying.
It's both adorable and haunting.
Yeah.
I will see that face in my nightmares.
Yeah. In case, I'm gonna post the.
Why is the Gengar in there?
Oh, it's just one of our community members. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I throw some random people in there sometimes.
You're fair.
Try to see if I can,
All right. What? Any other fresh hell? That happened during this month?
So basically, with Roblox though, was that one I think they're trying to well, they're kind of like lose like I think it's 20 or 200 million like every couple of months.
Yeah, no, they're not turning.
But the CEO is so delusional. He's like, we want 1 billion players. Like, well,
it's like
okay,
you want 1 billion players, make a good product.
First of all, there's only 8 billion people in the world, and two, there's only 2 billion of them are children. So you're saying 500 million kids in the world is going to be playing this game?
You're trying to get half of the,
half the children in the whole world.
The problem is, if you want to get the children involved, you got to get them off Fortnite.
And thirdly, they're still not even at 300 million.
Well, let's put.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is Roblox even available on Steam?
Fuck if I care. But
I know it's available on PC. Like it's primarily online. Yeah. I don't know how serious those claims were that he was making, or if it was like he genuinely was trying to strive for this.
Yeah, and yet he's burning money. And nowhere near that number.
Yeah, either way, Roblox is kind of growing a bit big for its britches.
Yeah.
It feels like.
Final 3 topics. Let's get on to a conspiracy.
I'm all for it. Oh, I've seen this. Yes, I've seen this.
I am not familiar with this.
Basically, there was a YouTuber or VTuber, I believe Shadow something or another. She was banned. She was announcing her birthday stream. She announced it, a couple hours beforehand, and then, like, not about an hour and a half before she went live, she got banned. Because she said and their reasoning was that her model was something about for something
To
sexually and everything, because her model was, as they said, depicted as a child.
oh,
And she went on saying, this model was based off of me, how I actually am. I'm very short and flat,
oh,
and
okay. I remember
you're
hearing a
basically
little bit about this. Yes, yes, yes. Like
And
well,
like petite figures being confused for
yeah,
children,
and
and
even though they're adults. Like
she
that
got
whole
hit.
scenario.
She got hit with another
Um,
ban not too long ago, um, because she did a stream where she was drinking, and she was talking, you know, to a point I can understand the humor because gallows humor is kind of my wheelhouse. But she was
mhm.
also, like I said, she was drunk and she was talking about basically offing herself, and she got banned. She was being paid.
Yeah. That.
She got banned. She didn't even get an email or anything about it. The only way she knew about it was the ban or the stream or the Twitch ban bot that's on Twitter,
mhm.
and
Mhm.
she basically that's how she found out. And she got an email later saying about the whole, if we're concerned about you, basically go talk to someone. And then
Yeah,
they
it
banned her
is a
for
little bit in poor taste.
and they banned her
Um.
for 30 days because of it. And after a backlash about it, she got unbanned after a day and a half. And Zentrea, she got a
Mm.
warning because she had a one piece bikini on her 3D model.
Ah, it started a ripple effect. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Or
so
like,
now a lot
yeah.
of people are thinking there are people behind the scenes at Twitch that absolutely hate VTubers.
Yep.
Um, that's a tricky one. Like that's something that can't really easily be proven, unfortunately, of like how malicious these actions are. I also know some of it's literally just the algorithm being fucking stupid.
Yeah.
The other
Um,
one I know of is Fifi. She, I'm not gonna lie, she's very lewd, very crass, but
mhm,
she does stay within the TOS, and
right.
she gets bonked with a ban hammer a lot on Twitch.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of VTubers again like hit with bans or at least warnings. Like, say you're being a little too lewd, even though they're kind of being tamish. Um, but
Right.
it's like, well, I like, well, thank goodness I'm wholesome tuber now. But
Mhm.
yeah, so but yes, someone could possibly against it. Like they just sort of have E girls and then V girls.
Yeah, and they have all these fucking Twitch thoughts, and I will call them as that, and I will not
Yeah,
be turned otherwise. They're basically out having their
Mhm.
tits out, and some of them are even fucking on stream, but they're left alone. Nope. And if they do get hit with a ban hammer, it's only like a 1 day ban or a 2 day
yeah,
ban. It's the punishment does not fit the crime.
yeah.
I'm not familiar enough with the entirely on the e-girl scene on Twitch. I don't
I
really
never
cross
follow
over into that
myself.
side much.
Like,
There was basically
I've only heard bits and pieces about the controversy and like
there
how inconsistent
the way
I don't know about full on having sex on Twitch, but like I have heard about the inconsistency of like real life people versus VTubers,
it,
and there being a
yeah.
disproportionate
I mean, I can talk a
banning
little bit
there.
about this because I do it. Some of you might know that here's my first like 2 years or 2 or 3 years was like as a YouTuber when I started on Twitch.
Mm,
Before I went
yeah.
wholesome and it's all sex negative and all that stuff. But so it's like for a while like Twitch like thought about maybe having like an R-rated version of Twitch because a lot of these streamers they want like
Mm-hmm.
they want e-girl money but they don't want the stigma of being cam girls. And but
Yeah.
and
and then half of these Twitch dots have an OnlyFans, and they're basically out with their tits out and
yeah,
whatnot.
or there was that one girl had like a camera that was like looking up at her. For basically it was below her chair, and she was wearing a clear chair.
Yep.
So we see her butthole,
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't get in trouble, or like one day maybe.
One of the women who started it was basically this woman. I don't know who the hell she was. She was basically covered in basically lube or lotion or something.
Yeah,
Her her whole body was shiny. She had her tits out, but the camera was like right above the nips. Like you saw full cleavage and everything. She was shaking her tits out like you do, like a stripper does, and everything. And I'm like, wow. How? And front page, not even saying, "Oh, well, should be an 18 and up stream." Nope. That right on the first page, anybody can
Ye-
click it. And Twitch
I
is
see that too.
it's catered to children 13 and up.
I seen it like yesterday. The front page, it was someone looted right there.
Yep.
But
I haven't seen it as frequently, but yes, I've encountered similar scenarios.
I think some people are surprised I never really watched those girls, considering how bad I used to be back in the day. But like, why come to Twitch to watch video games? You know?
Yeah, it's like if
Yeah,
I want
to be perfect. Yeah.
if I want to see tits, I would go to I'm in Texas. I can't go to Pornhub or anything because that's outlawed.
Huh?
Oh right, I forgot about that.
Yep. Oh yeah, Texas basically implemented a law. Basically, you have to show your ID, a photo ID of your ID,
Yeah.
to go to
Which
Pornhub
is
and these other
yeah.
porn sites. And but if I wanted to go look at tits, I'd go to a porn site. If I want to watch someone play games or something, I'm gonna go to Twitch. I don't go to Twitch to watch Twitch thoughts.
Yeah.
It's I do think having more better age regulations on Twitch would be a benefit. Though I it's a mess. It's a fucking mess for multiple reasons.
There's a time and place for everything, and tits out and asses out is not on Twitch. Should not be on Twitch.
No, there should be at the VTubers to blame for like, hey, stop trying to make people horny, or
I think as long, in my personal opinion, as long as it's gated behind like, oh, this is an 18+ stream, has setting that precedent, some level of suggestiveness, I think is fine.
That's what we do on the morons. Every stream is an 18 up stream, even if we're playing something wholesome like golf with friends.
Yeah.
The problem is with us, we're gonna say some off the wall shit. All of us can control ourselves except for one of our guys who says he can't control it, and we've called him called bullshit on it before. But we'll roast each other, and we'll, from the outside looking in, it'll look like we're being actually mean to each other. But at the same time, in actuality, the five of us being the Memento Morons themselves, all of us love each other, and we're always gonna roast each other. But we also love each other, and we're gonna do what we can to help each other out when need be.
I think you guys are like from a
fair
time capsule. You're from like 20 years ago.
True. No, I'm not denying it.
I'm admittedly also someone. I now realize I'm the youngest person on the call here, and I'm also a person who very much heavily encourages sex positivity.
I was about to say, 'cause if you were like the way people behaved by the time like you were born at adult age was fully wild today.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But
night and day, my dude.
Yes. Admittedly, I'm a person who is still very sex positive. I do think that is something that like there is. I'm not gonna get super deep into it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there needs to be some level of, again, it all comes back to consistency. Like if it's a double standard, it's horseshit.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna treat one thing one way, do it the same way the other way. I do think that Twitch could, again, I do think Twitch could benefit as a platform by having more proper like age restrictions for 18+ streams and stuff like that. But knowing Twitch and knowing it's basically a lot of it comes down to the advertisements and shareholders. It's gonna be a long ass time before that. I don't know if there is a clean answer to this in Twitch's current state, unfortunately. I realize I'm not the person to speak on that. This is a greater issue that I am not qualified to give an answer for.
It's like speaking of sex positivity, so I seen we got a lot of these arguments like they're trying to censor hot women or or let the game developers just make regular looking women or something like that.
There is some level of objectification there too.
Yeah.
Like some of it's intentional, some of it's unintentional. It's a mess.
Yeah.
Again, this is one focal point of a web that branches out. You know, we could go for hours on this alone.
Oh yeah, it's like because like one guy's like, I fight for like the 2Bs of the world, so we can take out those wokies and those commie weirdos. I'm like, okay, I kind of have
Yeah.
the same mindset as guys, but I wasn't trying to take out anybody. I was just trying to spread sex positivity and promote sex workers back in the
Yep.
day.
Yeah.
Like me,
Yeah,
me and
I'm
Tilly have
yeah.
me and Tilly agree on some of these parts and disagree on some of these parts. But
Mhm.
um, at the end of the day, we both can agree if you're doing uh if you're doing it behind closed doors and you're not diddling kids, who the fuck cares? As long as
Yeah.
as long as consent is involved and there's no kids involved and
Yeah.
no,
Make sure the right barriers are in place, I think is the long and short of it.
yep.
Yeah, it's just I
Yeah.
think
And as long as those are in place, you know, everything's fair game.
Yep.
the problem is I think is that like there's just there's just no one wants to do things by a case basis. They just want to create systems to
Everyone just
blanket
wants to handle
things.
have a do it
Which
broad strokes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which, admittedly, with how massive of a platform Twitch is, that's not something that can easily be done.
And the bad thing, doing things
Um,
in broad strokes works for some things, but other things are more nuanced, and
exactly.
and some of it, you have to handle by case basis.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
it's the same company that I think it was 2 years ago now, where we had the great big hater raid crisis, and Twitch refused to do a thing.
Yeah.
But someone else had to create the bot that fits it all.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still love Saribot.
Yeah,
Hashtag
love you,
not
Siri.
sponsored.
But
I mean, I
is there
still
sponsorship?
we still have our
I wish.
a lot of streamers I've noticed that they whenever they go offline they basically set because apparently people can still go into your streams as chat even if you're
Yes, you can still
offline.
chat in the chat room when the stream is on offline.
Yeah.
That is true.
And I've seen what a lot of people do to kind of counter that is change when they're offline, change their chats to subscriber only.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Yep. That is. I think I have it set it for me to follower only, but it's the same principle.
Also, oh yeah, go backtrack a little bit. Ubisoft, I actually
Yeah.
applied for a sponsorship for them,
Yep.
And but they're like, oh, you're too small for us, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's
we're gonna be around in a
unfortunate.
year.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Oh, we're too small. Oh, we're not the
in-
ones hemorrhaging money and dying.
In due time, the lion prowls from in the shadows or the grass.
That's topic.
Okay, that was actually a pretty good narrator voice. You need to do narrations of shit.
Oh, Turtle's smooth.
I do DM. I do DM for Dungeons and Dragons.
Very nice.
If nothing
Fellow
else.
DM, nice.
Thank you. Hey. Oh God, I'm. Oh God, I'd be scared to do a D&D podcast.
I
that just had that thought in my head.
I haven't done a DM. I haven't been a DM since 4.0, and I cut my teeth on 3.5.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you a quick story because it's fresh in my mind. But I'm a type of person that'll roll with the joke always, and that's kind of how Slug was born.
Oh yeah.
So one player, he killed the enemy in front of him. He's like, and then I do a dab, just to fuck around. And I'm like, okay, let me roll something. Okay, and like, okay, you cast dab, and that guy's head explodes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then so the player was like,
Very
loosey
goosey with the rules. Okay.
And that's player's turn. He's like, well, I'm gonna dab at the next guy. And I'm like, okay, let me roll something. All right, you try to dab and you break your arms. It's just a fucking player, yeah.
Ah, that type. Okay, so you're in that kind of game.
Yeah.
Okay,
I gave it, I took it away. Okay.
Oh God, I'm sorry. We brought up the topic of D&D and then immediately opened a fucking vault in my brain.
Okay. Well,
of just everything's.
Give it and take it away. Next topic.
Yeah. Maybe off stream. Another time we talk about D&D.
Hold on.
Oh boy.
What's
going on with Zelda?
So apparently, we all know that the Zelda timeline's been a 30-year-old meme.
Yeah.
So they're saying.
Did they mess with the timeline again?
Yep. They're saying Breath of the Wild and Tears of Kingdom are now considered their own separate timeline. Yeah. Cause
What?
Wait.
I thought Breath of the Wild or Breath of the what was the first one? Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. Yep.
Yeah,
then
I
Tears
thought
of the
that
Kingdom.
was supposed to be the original timeline.
Okay.
If you look
As
at like
far-
recent years, it's gone.
As far as I understood it, the last version that I was aware of is that Breath of the Wild essentially was the part where all of the branching timelines converged.
Yep.
I forget if that was actually a fan theory thing or an official thing.
That's why I always saw.
And then and then Tears of the Kingdoms come. So where then does Breath of the Wild, like, is it a fourth branch now?
Yeah.
Or is it like is it okay? But it's still so much later than. But there's also I'm okay. You give the info. What's happening?
No, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there. It's just a separate. We're not sure where it's gonna fit exactly. It's like these two games are like they're sitting over here, which I'm guessing you now gotta put like Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity in that section because that one was.
Oh boy.
That one was like half Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that's also whether or not you consider that game canon, which is also a mess.
I think that game was made for funsies, kind of like the One Piece one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depends on the chart you're looking at, because some even have like the Dane Tinkle game as a canon.
I know some people do lump the one Hyrule Warriors game because it like brings in like time travel stuff that could potentially explain some other shit. I'm hand gesturing as if you can see me. I just realized. I mean, at a certain point, my brain's just like, fuck it.
I'm always gonna. I like the Zelda series, but Ocarina of Time will still be my #1 favorite.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
that one will always be my baby.
Now I realize again, I am younger in this call. Technically, the first Zelda game I ever played, was it Skyward Sword first? I can't remember if it was Skyward Sword or fucking Phantom Hourglass.
Oh, my age, it hurts.
I know. And okay.
Here, me and Tilly played the original The Legend of Zelda.
I think my dad actually did own the original Zelda 1 and 2, but I don't know if I've actually played them.
They were rough. I'm not gonna lie, they were rough.
Yes, I remember seeing that much.
Me and Tilly were forged in the hellfires of hellacious difficulty back in the day.
Yeah. I actually did really enjoy Skyward Sword. It definitely is not a perfect game by any means of the word. Especially the Wii version. And the motion controls. But there's still a lot of charm to it, and some of it probably is also nostalgia, the same way for you guys in Ocarina of Time.
Try Ocarina of Time, dude. You'll love it. I guarantee it.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
I got for the 3DS version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 3DS version was the faithful rendition of it.
Yeah. Okay. On to our final topic.
Woo!
Ooh, last one. Damn. Oh my God, it's been over 3 hours.
Yeah, nearly.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so that was a fake one. I decided to save our most wholesome looking thumbnail as plus it's a good positive story.
Okay, all right.
Ending on a positive note. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm okay with this. Hey, Alan Wake 2. I have. Oh God. It's funny. Here's another game series that I have never played myself, but I've seen plenty of shit about because of a specific YouTuber called Bricky, who gushes about these games. Like his stance on the game is like, this game is so mid, I love it. It's how he put it. Like,
I had that TV. I had that TV growing up.
He's like, this is the best 6 out of 10 I ever played.
Yes, like it's very much in a similar boat, I imagine, to like Nick Cage movies, where like it is the best fucking mid movie or mid, whatever the fuck it is that I have ever seen. Like, oh. So what's the good news about this from recently, or is it literally just about Alan Wake 2? I know there was a DLC that came out for it a little bit ago.
Yeah. Which Brick made a video about. Anyways, So me and Tia, we talked about how they did it bad, and
Yep.
they burned themselves
Mhm.
badly because they took the Epic Games money and covered costs and
Ah.
stuff, and which so essentially they really made no profits. With the Gaming No Man won so many Game of the Year awards, but because it was locked to Epic Game Store exclusive, it just really didn't profit at all. It took them a
Yep.
full year
Mm.
to finally make a profit. So the good news is now that they finally dug themselves out of that hole, they managed to now finally leave their parent company, and now they're going independent. So,
Oh
That's
shit!
good.
so
That's
That's
good.
awesome.
and
Me and Tilly have we've come to the agreement. Never take Epic Game money. You're selling your soul to the new
yeah,
video game devil.
or
Yeah.
if anything, take Steam money if they ever offered it, because that's the bigger platform.
Well,
Uh,
Yeah.
I think Thor said like, uh, Steam basically pays you, what is it, like $100, because it's basically a bet. I can't remember how it went, but it's basically saying, uh, it
Oh, when
was
you
a
publish a
bet.
game on there.
Yeah, when you publish a game on Steam, I'd have to look up the clip itself, but yeah,
I think I know what you're referring to. It was like, yeah, if you put $100 forward and you make a bet of like, if this game, sets off and gets big, you
yeah.
get your $100 back and all of your profit.
yeah,
Um, you know,
but yeah,
something to that effect.
and I will say this for any game dev that is about to release their first game, do not be afraid of failure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Failure is a great learning tool
Hmm.
because you because I've said this before. A master is only someone who has failed more times than not. They've learned what works and what does not,
Yeah.
and you're never going to get better if you're not met with challenge.
And also, still take an exclusivity deal.
Yeah, do not take an
Hmm.
exclusive deal, especially
No,
especially
Yeah.
from Epic Games, but like if you were lined up to be a console exclusive, I would say go for it because console exclusivity can be kind of a good thing
Also,
because
the that depend. It depends,
no,
of course,
no,
well,
but
let me finish. It can be a good thing because if it does well on on whatever console you do it, be it PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, or even PC, then once you have a full release, everybody's getting the patched and fixed version of it compared to basically having everybody come out the gate and every version is broken. Then you have to fix every version of the game.
uh,
I don't know if that's a perfect solution.
It's
I
not a
mean, there is
perfect.
no perfect solution, of
It's
course,
not a.
but
It's
like,
not a perfect solution, but It is one that does track and it does work, but it's not a one size
mm,
fits all thing.
yeah, because I did
yeah,
freaking.
I'm a little iffy on like
Like
fully
I,
go like full
like I
hog.
said,
PS's Final
Um,
Fantasy has been failing because it's PS5 exclusive.
true,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
but my point is like every once it does fully get that full release, even if if it's great, and then you get that full release, everybody's gonna get the best optimized version of that game. Like I said, it's not the best solution in the world, and it is very situational, but
Yeah.
it has worked.
I'd almost want to recommend PC first, and then making console ports, though
Oh
I
yeah,
also know that can have
Yeah,
its own baggage.
it's usually like the reverse, you know.
I know. If you want to make sure a game works, give it to the PC crowd. They'll find a way to break it.
Uh,
Yes.
Very quickly too,
That's a very good point.
and they'll let you know. I mean, look at Fallout 76 when that game was. Even the
Yeah,
devs are like,
I've
How did you make this work?"
yeah.
hmm
They're like,
I've heard
stop
Fallout
cheating and tell us how you did
76.
it.
Yeah, I've heard Fallout 76 has become like
It's very fun.
decent.
I've heard it's fun now. I've heard it's a good game
Yeah,
now.
I mean, it's definitely gone a long way coming from how fucking abysmal the launch was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
thank,
didn't have any
thank
Um,
human NPCs, and never at launch.
yeah,
I,
like,
I,
oof.
I still recommend the Internet Historian's video about Fallout
Hmm.
76 and No Man's Sky.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a oh yeah. Oh god, the Internet Historian's video on No Man's Sky is mwah, beautiful.
Yep.
Hands down. Yeah, I know at some point I was given a free Steam key for 76. So I'll try it at some point. But like I'm still going in with a bit of a grain of salt, knowing how I'm already not the biggest thing on Fallout 4. I know Fallout 76 has a lot of things to it. I surprise. I prefer the older Fallout games. Turns out.
New Vegas is the best Fallout. Fight me.
Thank you for this. Thank you for agreeing with the softest take.
You mean the correct take?
Yes. Now, admittedly, I did. I know some people give some shit on Fallout 3. I actually also did enjoy Fallout 3. It's a very different game than New Vegas. I will definitely say that.
I personally didn't enjoy it, but I also gave myself about 30 hours to try it, and I was like, I'm just not having fun.
That's fair.
That's the one I started.
That's fair.
I freaking adored it. I didn't really get to play New Vegas. I only got to play maybe a chunk of it. I do remember I did not like the DLCs. I felt like the DLC was the best part of Fallout 3.
Really? I love the Fallout New Vegas DLC.
My only gripe with them was that they were kind of level locked.
I was gonna say they're very fast and easy to get lost.
It's very easy to get lost in New Vegas.
Yeah.
The problem is when I have a New Vegas is like I could start a new game. The problem is my PC can't run it anymore because as soon as I launch it, it crashes on me. But
especially for referring to. I was gonna say in terms of getting. Oh, sorry,
it's the same problem I had with Helldivers 2. It might be fixed now because there's a patch that went out recently, but I could start a new playthrough on New Vegas and I'll get a side quest that I haven't done in a long time or I haven't done at all, and then I'll fall down a rabbit hole. It's like, well, let's go down this way. I have severe ADHD when it comes to games like that.
Tunnel vision.
Okay, so there's a little more news to this picture. Not only is it great that the Alan Wake 2 devs are liberated.
All right, we're talking about Alan Wake. Shit. Sorry.
Hey, you fuckers.
I'm sorry.
I love you. But yeah, so not only are they independent, but some studios picked them up for several movie deals and TV shows, including Alan Wake and some of their other properties.
Really?
Yeah, so we could get Control or Quantum Break or something original of theirs that's also getting a TV show. Oh yeah, it's Alan Wake show.
Here's hoping to whoever's in charge of it is a fan of the IP and will treat it with the respect that it deserves. Because if you're going to make an adaptation of a game, please treat it and please treat it with respect and go with the source material.
Yeah. The game is like half live action cutscenes anyway. So
I was gonna say it is very narratively. The Alan Wake games are very narratively focused. So I think that will lean it better towards a movie adaptation or a TV show or whatever.
It was like that one game you were telling me about, Tilly, that you wanted to talk about. What was it, like The Evil Within, I think?
Okay.
What was I saying about it?
You sent me a picture of it and asked me if I wanted to talk about it with you, and I was like, I'm down. It's just I never played these games. And then you're like, oh yeah, The Evil Within is basically a movie with some controllers.
The Dark Pictures anthology, like Man of Medan and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to do it sometime soon.
I'm down, but like I said, you'd have to take the reins on that one because I've never played those games.
Oh, exactly. I think that'd be fun. So that's kind of what I grew up on, because people are like, it's gotta be Dark Souls gameplay first, all action, no lolling. I'm like, I kind of, or it's like gotcha mechanics, just do the same shit over and over again, no story. I grew up in the 90s and in the 2000s just playing games that were all cutscenes and stuff,
Yeah.
I grew up on JRPGs, FMVs, and just cutscene deep games like Metal Gear.
Yep.
So I'm used to spending half my game time just chilling and watching. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and to an extent that could be that is fun. Those games are fun. It's kind of one of those moments that turn your brain off, just enjoy the cutscene.
Yeah. It's like watching a movie.
It's kind of like I still kind of give MSG5 hell for this, or MGS5 is like their opening cinematic is a half hour long.
Oh yeah.
I will always give it hell, but I will always give it the respect that it does deserve.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm getting a little. I'm getting a little bit of that treatment now with Final Fantasy 14 and the amount of the like having an MMO have its main drawing focal point be its story and its cutscenes.
Yeah.
Ironically, is so fascinating to me.
Here's the thing with Final
Um,
Fantasy 14. It's a Final Fantasy game first, MMO second.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can absolutely see that.
wonder why I'm not talking during my freaking cut streams during FF14. That's why I stopped streaming because I'm like, I was just chilling.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, my view count's abysmal. But oh man.
I'm not gonna lie.
Why you need to narrate the cutscenes, darling? No.
Some of the I'm not gonna lie. Some of the cutscenes on Final Fantasy 14 when they were dragging on, I have fallen asleep on some of them.
Fair. I'm currently in Stormblood right now.
Especially on some of them, the lull moments and everything. I'm like, okay, I'm falling asleep.
That is fair. Yeah, they're like earlier on with the writing of Final Fantasy, with FF14, I have definitely seen some pacing issues.
Yeah, the weak link of that is ARR.
Yeah, and which is unfortunate, but like they're still trying to figure shit out at the time. I get it. At a certain point, trying to recover from the dumpster fire that was 1.0 in a lot of ways.
I still get hell because as far as 14 is concerned, my favorite part of the Evil East raids.
Nice. But anyways,
but I'm also a big fan of Final Fantasy Tactics as well.
Because we've gone like 3 hours, and we should probably wrap up and take a break for That's collab.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, shit.
Do you want to call it? And you know what? We can always put phone in, darling.
I'm willing to go for a bit. I can't promise I'd be there for the entire stream.
No, I kind of want to do this with you the whole way because you never experienced suffering. So I don't mind postponing.
That's fair.
Yeah. Hold on, what?
What?
Hold on, what? He never experienced suffering?
The game.
The game, the suffering.
No. It's a very privileged turtle.
I'm not. No. I'm not. We're not turning this into a therapy podcast.
Yeah. Let's discuss this after the podcast, since we're on the podcast right now. Let's just recap real quick here. So Elon Musk go away.
Yep.
Microsoft. Can you actually be nice to human beings?
There's a lot of companies are going up in flames in one manner or another.
Disrespect Dr. Disrespect. Let's see here. Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft, stop being lazy.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see here. Buy Slug $6 JPEG for Age of Mythology.
Final Fantasy 16 and Baldur's Gate 3 modders. Keep doing what you're doing. You make good work.
You're doing it for the gods.
Looking forward to Concord 2. Let's see. But yeah, happy Liberation and movie deal for Alan Wake.
Yep.
Yes, that's what I'm most excited for.
Yep. Rest in power, Misty and James Earl Jones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's hoping Hogwarts Legacy 2, Birds and Crashes. Yeah. Crashes and Burns. Yep.
Like, there's a part of me that hopes it's good, but there's also the other part of me that hopes, J.K. Rowling goes under. Like, I'm conflicted in my head.
Twitch, pull your head out of your ass.
Let's see here. Annapurna, hope you folks get adopted into a new studio.
Yes, please. I want to see what good shit you're going to be making next. Like the devs who were part of Annapurna and are now moving off. Like, I want to see what miracles you make, friends.
Nintendo, get your shit together as far as the Zelda timelines are concerned. We're tired of guessing.
I think at this point it's just kind of timeline spaghetti.
Yeah. Let's see here. I guess go watch Madden the movie with starring Nicolas Cage.
Roblox CEO.
And don't watch Borderlands the movie.
Nope. Roblox CEO, check yourself into therapy because obviously you are obviously mental.
Okay.
Oh yeah. get yourself a Happy Meal. That's what Uwe Boll's doing with what money he made off that Kickstarter. Let's see here. Just buy the Dragon Age game. Don't bother with the collector's editions. Just support the voice actors in the game.
Yeah.
And Ixnay on the AIA.
Yep.
Yeah. There needs to be a new sheriff in town.
And what's worse than AI art is stealing community's art. Bad.
Right.
Bad.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Ubisoft, good luck. With the whole thing. Unity, good luck.
Here's hoping that all the damage
I
hope be done.
I hope a reality check and a near-death experience changes you. That's a weird thing to say out of context.
Hopefully Sony has a reality check as well.
Yep.
Twitch.
Don't make it.
Go on.
Oh yeah, Twitch, pull your head out of your ass.
Exactly.
Epic Games, developers don't take deals from Epic Games. You'll never come out in the long run.
And finally, make sure y'all log into Ets Defiant every day to get that $9 in-game currency.
Woo, $9!
Night, y'all.
Good night.
Rest well, everyone. Take care.